Major League Baseball meets Minor League Americana as we welcome you to Williamsport. It's the Little League Classic, and with all kinds of enthusiasm throughout the grandstand, we welcome you to Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN. The Angels and the Indians, presented by Taco Bell. Tonight we're in Williamsport, Pennsylvania at the MLB Little League Classic, presented by Geico. A break between the Angels and Indians series in Cleveland via a very quick flight from Cleveland to Williamsport, where the big league players were greeted with enthusiastic smiles and signs, and certainly the players themselves, the big leaguers, were disarmed immediately.
It's been a phenomenal 2 weeks, Matty, for Major League Baseball, connecting with the next generation, having a field of dreams a few weeks ago, and now in the home of the World Series. Very exciting when young players get to be like big leaguers and big leaguers like little leaguers.
Oh, these big league players turned into kids as soon as they touched down in Williamsport today, taking advantage of photo ops. This is a rite of passage, although not everybody has success going down the cardboard on the hill. Multi-sport skills on display, and nothing but a fun, convivial atmosphere celebrating not only Little League Baseball, Major League Baseball, but reaffirming baseball as being our national pastime. Yeah, take a ride down the hill, even if it means losing your cell phone. What a terrific day, and we welcome you to a historic facility, Muncy Bank Ballpark at Bowman Field. A place that opened initially in 1926 when one guy was destined for Major League greatness and the other guy was bench bound for the rest of his life. I'll let you determine who is who with Alex Rodriguez, Matt Vasgersian. This can be a lot of fun. We've been here before, and it always kind of confirms what we always knew about our game. It starts with the kids.
It's so exciting, and again, Major League Baseball's had a phenomenal couple of weeks here. Just walking around here, you look at these kids, you look at their eyes. We all remember when we were 12 years old. You saw the pictures there. It's just a phenomenal thing for Major League Baseball, and a great day for all the players.
We've got everything covered, the game itself certainly, and the atmosphere, and for that we say good evening to Buster Olney.
Hey, Matt, we're hearing the same things we hear every year coming here. Players, managers talking about how this is so restorative for them. Longtime Indians manager Terry Francona once said it's like going to a country fair in terms of how much fun it is. Look, the little leaguers are excited to see their heroes, the big leaguers, but the big leaguers are drawing energy from the little leaguers. Best question I heard today, little leaguer asking a big leaguer, hey, can I have your glove? It didn't go so well at that point, Matt, but you get a flavor for the day.
Oh, man. I mean, there's so many things to watch and so many attractions here, each player in his own right. But the main attraction in Major League Baseball, in fact, in all the sports this year, and that's Shohei Ohtani.
But there's no question, Matty. And if you can Frankenstein all the unique talents into one, imagine if you had the power of Bryce Harper, the pitching ability of a Max Scherzer. There's the power. And then the speed of a Trey Turner. It would be basically the perfect package. And look, when you look at what this young man is doing, it's like nothing we've ever seen before. He's got the unique talent and is all packaged into the 6'4", 210-pound charismatic package, and it's must-watch television.
Every 6 nights when he starts, every night when he DHs, like tonight, leading off at DH for Joe Madden. We're not the only ones talking about Shohei Ohtani in the Little League Classic tonight, because our colleagues on ESPN2 are getting ready to go on the air as well for the Kids Cast, and for that, we send it to them.
Greatly appreciated, Matt. Hello, everyone. This is the Kids Cast crew. I'm Ian Nicholas. I'll be doing the play-by-play tonight from New Canaan, Connecticut. And in a few days' time, I'm heading up north to Syracuse University to study broadcast journalism.
I'm Monet Davis from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I am a junior at Hampton University, and I'm really excited about this tonight.
I'm Zoe Alter. I'm not yet in college. I'm in high school. I'll be a senior at Horace Greeley High School this year and in New York.
Hello, everybody. I am Haley Galindo, a rising senior at John Marshall High School, and I'm 18 years old.
Well, that's the crew for tonight, and outside of us, we have some phenomenal guests in store. From the Angels, as Matt mentioned, Shohei Ohtani, the #1 attraction in baseball. Mike Trout is also here, even though he is not playing tonight with a calf injury. And Tristan McKenzie, one of the hottest pitchers in all of baseball, pitched yesterday lights out. Now, yes, we've got plenty planned, and there is Jose Ramirez, who is not one of our guests, but he's one of the best hitters in baseball since 2017. He's 7th in hits since 2017 and top 5 in home runs, RBIs, and #1 in extra base hits with 321 for the 3-time All-Star and 3-time Silver Slugger. Matty, he's going to be a big-time impact player for the Tribe tonight.
Well, there's a broadcast crew, yet another one that's better than you and I, Alex. Indeed, KidsCast is on ESPN2. We're on ESPN, and we're back with the Little League Classic with the lineups in the opening pitch. The Angels and Indians from Williamsport coming up next.
Hang loose with our summer smoothies and poolside quesadillas at Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
My grandfather had always wanted me to go to this school.
On its campus in Tampa Bay, convenient education centers, and online everywhere, St. Leo University provides a supportive, affordable, and innovative education that prepares students for successful, rewarding careers.
I feel prepared for the future. St. Leo University gave me the tools that I need for success.
St. Leo University. For more information, visit us at stleo.edu.
At Toyota's National Sales Event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We are here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's National Sales Event.
Toyota, let's go places.
There's Mommy. No. Let me see. You're not going to go back in, buddy. It's okay.
You beat teams like this all season long. You can do this. Go, go, go.
Made me believe more than words could tell you how I'm
I don't hydrate like everyone else because I'm not everyone else. They drink what they're told to drink. I drink what helps me rehydrate and recover. Pedialyte Sport, because it works. And so do I. Hydration beyond the hype.
Welcome to Allstate, where everything just seems to go your way. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click or call for a lower auto rate today.
A light beer with this much flavor should be kept in a secure location, like your hand.
I was already keeping mine in my hand, just nice and secure, so I don't want it all.
Blue Man Light Sky. Savor every sip.
The new Total Support pouch from Hanes can help you achieve balance. Vista mesh panels for perfect separation and support. Secure. Separated. Supported. Hanes. Find your balance. Vista new Total Support pouch from Hanes.
ESPN's telecast of Sunday Night Baseball is presented by Taco Bell. The Angels playing as the visitors in Williamsport tonight, and each team, the Angels and Indians, wearing Little League style uniforms to represent the part of the world that they come from. It is a worldwide event that this year has been changed to a national event because of the COVID-19 outbreak. All domestic teams playing in the Little League World Series. Let's get you right to the Angels Taco Bell starting lineup tonight. Shohei Ohtani hoping for 5 plate appearances at the DH spot atop the order. David Fletcher, the American League's hits leader, bats second at second base. Justin Upton, Jared Walsh, Max Stassi 3 through 5. Jose Iglesias, a couple of rookie outfielders in Brandon Marsh and Joe Adell, and third baseman Jack Mayfield round things out. for the Angels. And who better to tell you about tonight's Indian starter than tonight's Indian starter?
I'm Quantrill. I play for the Cleveland Indians. My favorite athlete overall is Tiger Woods. My favorite baseball player growing up was Roy Halladay. My favorite actor is Adam Sandler. My favorite movie is Longest Yard. My favorite food is pizza, pepperoni pizza. My favorite TV show is Friends.
I'd imagine in a style similar to what they're doing on the Little League World Series telecasts, Alex, and some of the responses are probably the same as well for the youngsters.
I love it, and we're all kids at heart. He also didn't mention he has a degree from Stanford. I played with his father from Canada, a great young pitcher, 8th pick overall. The Indians had another guy in the 8th pick 5 years before that, named Francisco Lindor.
Quantrill ready to go to work for the 16th time as a starter this year. Last outing, he got a no decision despite throwing the ball well. Went 5 innings against the Twins on Monday. And here is Shohei Ohtani digging in for the Angels to start things out. You'll see a lot of these Little League pictures as we get started tonight. And for Ohtani, who leads Major League Baseball with 40 homers and staring down an Angels franchise record, one that he's already broken. More homers by an Angel left-handed hitter than anybody else, having eclipsed Reggie Jackson's record during the week. There's kind of a still silence for Ohtani hitting here. It's like a golf crowd.
Very much like when Mr. October himself will come up. They always said, you never go to the bathroom when Reggie Jackson is hitting. The same can be said for Ohtani.
Well, you never take your eyes off of Ohtani, regardless of whether he's on the mound, at the plate. 1-1 pitch to him's fouled back. He sits safely in 10 of 12 at the start of play. 40 homers, 88 RBIs. And we'll talk about the impact he's made on the pitching side of the scorecard as we continue tonight. There's not a kid in the ballpark tonight that doesn't know who Shohei Ohtani is.
Or wants to be like him, Matty. I mean, what's interesting about being here at the home of the World Series in Williamsport is Ohtani's doing things at the big league level that kids are doing in Little League, and those kids will be considered superstars.
Well, that's a good point, because in a Little League, you know how one star kid can kind of carry an entire team, and Ohtani is that guy. He is the best pitcher on the staff. He has been their best hitter this year. We'll quantify that for you in a moment. Still going on a 2-strike count. Here's Quantrill's next 2-strike pitch, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
He's their fastest guy on the team now that Mike Trout is hurt. And his speed doesn't get enough pub, but he can absolutely fly, and watching him from first to third is magic.
And there's a base hit past the dive of Jimenez. Ohtani's aboard to start the ball game. There are 4 American League teams that have one player who leads them in homers, RBIs, stolen bases, and total bases. Ohtani is that guy for the Angels. There are 4 American League teams that have one pitcher that leads their ranks in ERA, strikeouts, OPS against, and quality starts. And Ohtani is that pitcher. And he's aboard to start the ball game for David Fletcher, the American League's hits leader at the start of play, and a very aggressive batter. Ohtani runs on the first pitch, and Fletcher sends a fly ball into left.
Joe Madden putting the game in motion early with a first pitch hit and run with Fletcher, who's a great contact guy. Joe Madden showing early that he's willing to put the game in motion.
Matt, I think what we heard earlier today from Joe Madden was that Shohei
the players
Ohtani
are having fun. The kids here have fun, but I don't know that anybody enjoys this event more than Joe Madden, who was here a couple of years ago as Cubs manager, who is from nearby Hazleton, Pennsylvania, who always appreciates the opportunity to come back home to his home state. And Joe's got friends and family in the ballpark tonight. 1 out, 1 on now for Justin Upton. Four-time All-Star, 17 homers and 40 runs batted in. Grew up playing Little League ball in Chesapeake, Virginia. And he takes a strike. I want to go to Buster because there's this golf atmosphere here, Buster. I'm not sure the kids know that they can cheer yet.
Well, they certainly were not shy when I talked to him before about meeting Shohei Ohtani. The Oaks, Pennsylvania players told me that he's a lot bigger than what they would have imagined. And when I talked to Jalen Bowman, one of their players, he said, he's a pretty cool dude. And as a dad of two, I can tell you there's no bigger endorsement. And by the way, Alex, you mentioned about Madden put the game in motion. Matt and I earlier today talked to Madden about Ohtani, and what was surprising was he said Ohtani wants to run all the time, and they have to slow him down.
That's interesting. I had a great conversation with one of our media guys that used to be with us with the Yankees to cover Matsui. And the same media guy was with Ichiro. And I asked him, what's the difference between Ichiro and Matsui? And he said, oh, that's completely interesting, that he's a hybrid of both. He thought Ichiro was a little bit more kind of focused on himself. He thought Matsui was a little bit more into the team. And he thought Ohtani is a combination of both. He lives alone. He rents a house in Anaheim. And his mom, dad, and sister make it out every once in a while from Japan to watch him. Still very close to his father, who was an amateur player in Japan.
Austin Hedges busy trying to keep Ohtani anchored at first base. He's already tried to run a couple of times after getting on base with the leadoff single. 1 out, 1 on. And a 1-2 count to Justin Upton. As far as Cal Quantrill is concerned, we talked about his last start. His numbers have been pretty good this year. And better returns of late for a guy who has added a pitch to the arsenal this year that has made him a much more complete starter. Cal Quantrill introduced a 4-seam fastball to his repertoire this year, along with a sinker. There goes Ohtani, got a big jump. Hedges throws down to second base, not even close, and it's bag number 19 for Shohei Ohtani.
And Ohtani with a great jump. Steals it on Quantrill with a slow delivery, breaking ball, and just outruns the baseball. I mean, Matty, the one thing we don't talk about Ohtani is how hard is it to travel 5,500 miles from Japan to Anaheim by yourself. Not your father, not your mother, no sister, no brother. He's the youngest of 3. And he just rents a place in Anaheim, and he goes, let's just go play baseball. And I'm the modern-day Babe Ruth. Really impressive what he does in the field, but what he's doing in the community. But to do it all by himself with not a huge support cast is pretty impressive.
Well, what's harder, doing that or pitching 8 innings and then playing the next day as DH for a day game? Like the turnaround, what this guy puts his body through, I don't think people can quite comprehend. As Upton continues to battle. And Joe Madden said today, I hope people don't just look at their phones and look at Ohtani highlights and take for granted what they're seeing. Because he's not only a generational talent, he is a multi-generational talent. It's been 100 years since Babe Ruth did what he did. And it might be another 100 years until we see another player like Ruth or Ohtani.
And look, there's no bigger fan than Babe Ruth than I am, but Babe Ruth wasn't stealing 25, hitting 40, and also throwing 100 miles an hour with the ability to win 10 or 15 games. I mean, the comparisons speaks for themselves, Matty.
Well, the 1919 campaign for Babe Ruth is the one that people comp Ohtani for. And here's another one, because Ken Griffey Jr. had been the only player in Major League history with at least 15 stolen bases and 40 homers through 117 games. And Ohtani joined him in reaching those plateaus earlier this year.
Listen, you're in great company when your comps early on are Babe Ruth, Ken Griffey, Max Scherzer. Every one of them are blue chip names. But again, I like the makeup. I like how easygoing. The other thing the gentleman from the media spoke about today was that Matsui spoke every day to the Japanese media. Ichiro only spoke once a week. And Ohtani is a little bit of a blend. He speaks every time after the media, after he pitches. and then every other time is about once or twice a week. So think about all the things you have to do. Prepare to pitch, prepare to hit. You have the American media, and also you have a responsibility to this country. By the way, that every day at noon in Japan, they get to watch you pitch.
That's right. Count is 0-2 on Jared Walsh. Grew up playing Little League in Duluth, Georgia. Jared was born in Milwaukee, raised in Georgia, and has a couple of runners aboard for him here with one gone. The 0-2 misses outside.
Matty, another two-way player, Walsh, who pitched through mid-90s, has 22 home runs, only 32 walks. So once he develops a little bit more discipline at the plate, I mean, those home runs can jump 20, 30, 40%.
Walsh was an all-star this year for the Angels. First time he went to the Midsummer Classic.
It's outside.
Checks it on a pitch, it misses, and it's 2-2. The Indians have taken each of the first 2 games of the series. In fact, they have outscored the Angels 14-2 with lopsided victories Friday and Saturday.
Matty, there's some fun baseball all around. I mean, the division series, the competition on the West Coast, East Coast. I mean, we should talk a little bit about that later on, but it is going to be a great run down the stretch.
It's lined into center field for Miles Straw, who makes the catch, and there are 2 away in the first. Leadoff single, a 1-out walk. There are 2 runners aboard with 2 gone now for the catcher Max Stassi. Yuba City, California is where Max played his Little League baseball. Grew up idolizing Ivan Rodriguez as a kid. Ball and no strikes to Stassi. Jose Iglesias waiting next. This is a part of a very long, very complicated road trip for the Los Angeles Angels. Stassi sends it to the shortstop, Ahmed Rosario, who go the short way, and despite a walk and a hit, nothing in the halo half of the first. To the bottom of the inning, underway at the Little League Classic. Angels 0, Indians coming to bat.
It was the night before breakfast. The final boss was in sight. When the craving struck Austin, and he called it a night. Toasted breakfast burritos are here. Power down and sleep well. The sooner you sleep, the sooner you'll get one. Only at Taco Bell.
Emily used to let nothing come between her and her WNBA action.
Emily.
No, thank you. Busy.
Then Emily got YouTube TV. Now her live TV can also record all of everything. No cable box needed. This is the happiest Emily's ever been.
I'm always this happy.
Same live TV and unlimited DVR, live alerts, so much better. YouTube TV. Try it free.
Summer can't be contained to just one moment. It can be exhilarating, breathtaking, refreshing, and so much more. So never settle for just any summer. Make yours ultimate. Receive a credit of up to $3,500 through September 6th.
So, if you have a flat tyre, dead battery, need a tow, or lock your keys in the car, Geico's emergency roadside assistance is there 24/7. Oh dear, I got a flat tyre. Yeah, can you find a take where it's a bit more dramatic on that last line, yeah? Yeah, I got it right here.
Someone help me! I have a flat tire!
Oh, it's good for me. What do you think?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Scoreless early on as we go to the home half of inning number 1 at Bowman Field. Taking a look at the Indians' Taco Bell starting lineup. Miles Straw has been great since joining the Indians from Houston. He leads off in center field. And Ahmed Rosario, not sure if he's a Neil Diamond fan, but he should be, because there have been some hot August nights for the Cleveland shortstop. Jose Ramirez, Franmil Reyes, and Oscar Mercado 3 through 5. Bradley Zimmer, Owen Miller, Austin Hedges, and Andres Jimenez round things out for the Indians tonight. And on the mound for the Angels, 23-year-old lefty Jose Suarez, who's been given an opportunity to occupy a rotation spot since around the All-Star break. Most recently a 6'5" loser in the Bronx on August 16th. Changeup specialist, ready to go to work for the 8th time as a starter this year. Straw, Rosario, and Ramirez, and a first pitch swing by Miles Straw. Ball well hit out to center field that Marsh will track down at the wall. And it's a first pitch double for Miles Straw to open the bottom of the first.
Matt, going back to Suarez, the pitcher, 23 years old from Venezuela. Fastball, curveball, changeup. Best pitch is the changeup, and early on, little get-me-over curveball to steal a strike. But the key for him is going to be 0-1, 1-2 all night long.
Here's Ahmed Rosario, 5 for 8 in 2 nights against Angels, pitching in Cleveland to start the series. The Indians start play game under 500, just like the Angels. The Indians start play chasing the elite in the division, just like the Angels. There are some striking similarities between these two teams.
Ball 2.
2 balls and no strikes to Rosario.
Matt, to your point about similarities between these two teams, it's been interesting in recent days talking with members of both organizations. There's a lot of momentum of hope going into 2022. Like, if we get this right, we get this right, you know what? We could be right there in that playoff conversation next year.
Well, and that certainly applies to the Indians lineup after the deals they made in the trade deadline season. Rosario sends a ball to left, really well hit, up and back, looking for a catch, and it's gone. J.F. thought he might be able to time a leap and bring that one back. Instead, it's a 2-run homer by Ahmed Rosario, and it's 2-0 Indians.
And Rosario, the young shortstop, getting a 2-0 fastball and delivering his A swing. Foot down, head down, bomba from Dominican Republic.
8th of the year, and I think Ahmed was probably among the hitters, all of them on both sides, that got here when it was raining about 5-6 hours ago, Alex, and looked into the corner there and left and said, oh, 320. Okay.
I got that club in my bag.
Yeah. Short irons. Count is 0-1 to Jose Ramirez, who's been hot, having homered in 2 in a row. And there's a fly ball for Mayfield. Now it's Stassi who makes the play at catcher. Looked like Mayfield was going to charge in to take that ball. And that's the first out for Suarez.
And Suarez has been victim of the long ball. In his first 80 innings pitched in the big leagues, gave up 24 home runs. The key for him is get that ball down. Rosario made him pay in the one mistake already. 2-0 Indians.
One gone for the DH tonight, Franmil Reyes. Reyes leads the Indians in power numbers this year, 22 homers, 60 RBIs. He and Jose Ramirez, that is, the 2 big power components for the Indians.
Talking to Ramirez before the game, of course, traded from the Padres. Talked about how comfortable he is here with the Indians, how much DeMarco Hale, the managers, helped him, Sandy Alomar Jr., and how it's a really good environment for him to develop. He has a lot of history with a lot of the players and has always looked up to Ramirez, the third baseman. So he's in a really good place and feels good about how the year has gone for him so far.
2 balls and a strike. You mentioned DeMarlo Hale as interim manager of the Indians, taking over for Terry Francona when health concerns sent Tito home for the rest of the year. Francona hoping to be back in the dugout next season, of course. He still makes his presence felt around the Indians. Buster, you talked to Tito recently, I understand.
I did. I talked to him today. He actually was at the Indians game last night sitting alongside Chris Antonetti, head of baseball operations for the Indians. And what Tito told me was that the hip replacement surgery has greatly diminished his pain. He's feeling a lot better there. He also needs a procedure on his toe. And look, he just needs to get through all of that stuff before they start thinking about what he's going to do in the future.
That's inside.
Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Franmil Reyes.
Chris Antonetti told me a little while ago when I chatted with him how much he enjoyed having Tito along board, and talked about how much better he's already moving just 3 weeks past that hip surgery.
Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
You know, Buster, I had the great privilege to play for both Tito Francona and DeMarlo Hale in Texas. And I'll never forget, Tito Francona brought me into the office one day after the game, and I thought I was in trouble. And I was in Texas, and I hit a chopper to shortstop. I'm running like I stole something, and I dive head first. And no one liked it in the organization, including the manager. And he brought me into his office and he said, hey, I know that nobody liked it, but I love the hustle. I appreciate it. And that's the type of thing we need to do around here to get this thing turned around. I'll never forget that, because it was so contrary to what everybody was thinking. And that's Tito Francona. He always finds the positive in things. And I'll tell you, he's done a great job, not only here, but his entire career.
Strike to Oscar Mercado, the left fielder for the Indians tonight. A couple of homers, 9 runs batted in. And Mercado has a chance to make a bottom of the first inning that's already seen a couple of runs even better, with a runner aboard here and only 1 away. Well, in Francona's absence last year, Sandy Alomar Jr. was the interim manager. This year, DeMarlo Hale. And, you know, in each occasion, Francona has set the tone, right? And these are guys that, when they take over as interim managers, are always genuflective, very deferential to Terry in kind of restating their position as interim guy. And again, everybody hopes that Tito's back in the dugout next year. 2 balls and a strike to count to Mercado, as Suarez is having a little trouble locating and establishing the strike zone to start the ball game tonight. Young starter, 23 years old, still very much feeling his way, as the kids could probably identify with.
You don't have too many pitchers in the big leagues listed at 5'10", 225 pounds.
Inside.
Missed again, 3-1.
But speaking to some of the folks with the Angels, he's been working really hard. He's in great shape. They're happy with his development. And Quintana, even though he has not pitched a lot, has been a great influence to Suarez.
Jose Quintana, who was brought aboard as a free agent on a 1-year deal, hasn't had a lot of success statistically, but he's made a big impact in the clubhouse, according to Joe Madden. 3 balls and a strike is the count to Oscar Mercado. On the ground for Mayfield. To second for 1, and the relay's not in time to double him up.
Here you go. Time.
Mercado reaches on the fielder's choice. 2 gone now. Well, sometimes improvised seating is okay. I don't know that I would be up there myself. It's not for the faint of heart.
Creativity is appreciated. Hey, he's a hot ticket.
There's Bradley Zimmer. I mean, when all else fails, just stand on the truck. How long do you think they'll last watching the game from standing on top of the truck?
4 innings.
Really?
Yep.
I would have set the over-under at a half an inning. I mean, for me.
I mean, you got Otani. You got to watch at least 2 or 3 at-bats. He's leading off.
Bradley Zimmer at 245, 5 homers and 24 driven in. And among those 5 homers, a monstrous shot last week. One that went 471 feet. Longest by an Indian in the StatCast era. Bradley Zimmer, former top draft choice, who'd come back from all kinds of physical adversity to finally find a clean bill of health this year.
Son of a doctor himself. San Diego. Went to the University of San Francisco. Also a first-round pick in 2014.
A long inning here for Jose Suarez. Homer by Ahmed Rosario. Ahmed Rosario, there's something about this field for him. I'm reminded that Ahmed Rosario went 3 for 5 as a Met here in 2018 when the Mets played the Little League Classic.
He likes Williamsport.
Likes Williamsport.
Why not? They've done an incredible job with these facilities. Every time we come back, Matty, it gets better and better. The backdrop's beautiful. You got the flag. And you got all the beautiful trees. I mean, it is picture perfect and a great night to play baseball. Boy, I wish I was playing.
I mean, we were kind of worried there for a while. 5-6 hours ago when it was raining and raining heavily. Some thought that boy, we might not be lucky enough to get baseball in tonight. And there were contingency plans made for the Angels and Indians to play tomorrow in Cleveland, because both teams have a day off. But luckily the skies have cleared. We've got baseball as scheduled. Ball and 2 strikes, the count to Bradley Zimmer. Ball and 2 strikes, and it's 2-2 now. You know, for Jose Suarez, this has been a focus of the Angels and its pace, and you can see it's just he's not comfortable tonight, and he's taking a lot of time between pitches, doing a lot of kind of pacing around behind the mound. When you watch that, you might think that it's because he's given up a homer and because he's got a runner on base. He's just like that. I mean, he is very deliberate between pitches, and it's something that the Angels want to work on. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Got him.
Good changeup.
Indians the first to get on the scoreboard tonight, however. 2-run homer by Mr. Williamsport. Ahmed Rosario has the Tribe on top 2-0.
Hi, I wanted to get the mobile deal I saw on the sign.
Sure, if you're getting 4 lines.
Oh, I don't need 4 lines.
Well, then you can't get that deal. But imagine what you could do with 4 lines. You can have 1 to call your lawyer. What? Embezzlement. Or you can use 1 to call your boss. Quick question, how do I tell someone if they're not getting 4 lines that each is going to cost more? Yeah, I don't think she looks happy. No, not yet. She's going to lose her mind. You tell her.
You know what? I'm good.
T-Mobile is selling it. Don't buy it.
Didn't work.
For one fair price, no matter how many lines you need, choose Spectrum Mobile.
Things may be different, but at Denny's, one thing will always remain the same. Our dedication to safely serving guests the food they love. And hey, if you love to feed people too, we want you to join our family. Apply at Dennys.com today.
From the marker for everything comes the pen for everything else. Introducing the smooth, bold, and vibrant Sharpie S-Gel. Sharpie S-Gel. The power of Sharpie, now in a gel pen.
There's an America we build and one we explore. One that's been paved and one that's forever wild. But freedom means you don't have to choose just one adventure. You get both. Introducing the all-new 3-row Jeep Grand Cherokee L. Jeep, there's only one.
Let's go! Whoa! What a battle! Keep grinding. Starts here.
So look at the upcoming MLB schedule on ESPN this week. Dodgers and Padres both Tuesday and Wednesday from Petco Park at 10 p.m. LA a game and a half back of the Giants in the West. San Diego 12 back and fighting for a wild card spot. And then a week from tonight, Alex Buster and I are in Oakland for the first time in a long time for the Yankees and A's, the two wild card front runners in the American League, head to head a week from tonight on Sunday Night Baseball.
I'm fired up, partner. I know you're happy to go see your Oakland A's. I'm happy to see the Yankees. That could be a preview of the AL wild card. That's my early call.
Yeah, the Dodgers have a fight on their hands in the NL West, which they didn't think they'd have. I don't think a lot of people thought that the NL West was going to shake out that way. We'll have Dodgers Giants 2 weeks from tonight. Jose Iglesias leads things off here in the Angels half of inning number 2.
And if no one has noticed, Matty, the San Francisco Giants are better than advertised.
You bet.
And they are not slowing down.
First team to 80 wins this year. Anybody have that in their office pool?
Nope.
0-2 the count to Jose Iglesias. Iglesias, Marsh, and Adele in the Angels half of the second. Iglesias, one of the most notoriously aggressive two-strike swingers in the game.
Iglesias hasn't had his best year, but I'm calling a big night for Iglesias tonight.
Why is that?
He likes the spotlight.
Oh. Did he just deliver on cue for you?
No, almost.
Out into center field for Straw. You know, for a lot of these players, they aren't that far removed from their Little League days. And for a guy like Brandon Marsh, rookie center fielder, who's, by the way, one of the most athletic players on the roster, the cardboard down the hill gave him a little grief.
Now, I would never do that, Matty. I have the grace of an elephant. I mean, with my luck, I would flip around 9 times. Well, you saw me slide a couple weeks ago.
I did.
I mean, that was when I was in pinstripes. Imagine now with this goofy suit on.
Well, you know, rocking the Tom Ford suit going down the hill in the cardboard. You'd stop. Twitter would take notice of that, I'm pretty sure.
Well, it would be really an embarrassing moment.
Marsh has had good returns the last week for the Angels, 14 of his last 37. That's a .378 average over his last 10 games. A ball and a strike. So getting back to the similarities between these two teams, and I want to bring Buster in on this conversation as well. You know, certainly at a game under 500 in mid-August, you might not have a design on the World Series, but you certainly want to see what you have for 2022. And for the Angels, two young outfielders in Brandon Marsh and the player on deck, Joe Adele, who are both top prospects, high draft picks, who happen to be the best of friends, who will have a lot of runway, a lot of canvas left to play between now and the end of September to try to establish some momentum and some traction for 2022.
That's exactly right, and they have to figure out if Mike Trout is going to be back at some point during the course of this season.
That's outside.
He's been dealing with that calf issue, and he's had some setbacks along the way. He hasn't been shut down for this year. But I think a lot of the optimism is, Matt, within the Angels organization is because of young players like Marsh and Adele, and the fact that you already have that great core of stars between Trout and Ohtani and Anthony Rendon.
And to add on top of that, Buster, you got to give this Angel team and Joe Madden a lot of credit. I mean, with Mike Trout going down, Rendon going down, it could have been very easily for a young team to throw in the towel, but they've been competitive all year. They've been around 500 baseball. They have the best record in baseball on one-run games. So there's some foundation to build from. Next year they get healthy, and let these young kids really establish themselves and make a tone, set the tone for 22.
Here's Joe Adell, the aforementioned other rookie outfielder, looking for his first hit in the series. Grew up playing Little League Baseball in Louisville, Kentucky. And is a terrific athlete. And if you had any doubts about that, you see video of some of his off-season workouts. This is Joe doing a 66-inch box jump. Wow. Come on. Wow.
So basically he could jump on my head.
Yeah, yours and mine. Able to leap tall buildings in a single bound type stuff. Ball and 2 strikes to count you with Dell.
And not only athleticism, here's another guy, the third in the Angels that was a two-way guy. Pitched in high school, had a 1.55 ERA. And when you have this type of athleticism, Matt, this is the organization you have to be patient. Because that God-given talent, that doesn't come around. You can't develop it. You can't see it. There's nothing I can do to ever jump on a box like that when I was 25. Nothing, right? So a guy that can pitch, there's aptitude there. There's a lot to like. You may have to give this guy an extra 1.5 years or 2. Don't be in such a hurry. Organizations want to flip the script and go to the next guy. This is a guy you want to just park and just watch a little bit.
Boy, I mean, the landscape is littered, as they say, with best athlete choices who took a little extra time. And Joe chased that one to swing and miss. A couple of strikeouts in a 1-2-3 second for Cal Quantrill. Have a seat. Love it.
Diary, did you miss me?
Guess what?
What do you mean? What do you know?
Diary of a Future President is back.
Wow.
Fantastic. All episodes are now available.
I'm all yours. Well, not all yours, unless... No.
Diary of a Future President. All episodes now streaming, only on Disney+.
If it looks like an F-150, tows like an F-150, hauls like an F-150, thinks like an F-150, and powers like an F-150, it must be an F-150 hybrid. The 2021 F-150 Power Boost Hybrid with 570 pound-feet of torque and 12,700 pounds of max available towing.
As someone who resembles someone else, I appreciate that Liberty Mutual knows everyone's unique. That's why they customize your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need. I mean, just because you look like someone else doesn't mean you eat off the floor or yell at the vacuum or need flea medication. Oh, yeah, that's the spot. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
New upgraded Axe body wash.
Hey, how you doing, baby?
Keeps you clean and smelling refreshed for 12 hours.
I don't hydrate like everyone else because I'm not everyone else. They drink what they're told to drink. I drink what helps me rehydrate and recover. Pedialyte Sport, because it works. And so do I. Hydration beyond the hype.
I just got my cashback match. Is this for real?
Yep. We match all the cashback new card members earn at the end of their first year automatically.
Whoa, I got my money.
Sorry to contain yourself, isn't it?
Uh-huh. Well, let it go. Woo.
Get a $1 match at the end of your first year, only from Discover.
Owen Miller leads things off in the Indians' half of the second. Miller, Hedges, and Jimenez against Jose Suarez. 2-0 Indians on the Ahmed Rosario homer in the second. Owen Miller 2 for 4 in the series so far against the Angels, having started one of the previous 2. Another one of the San Diego expats on the Cleveland roster. 2 balls and no strikes. He has been up and down from big league Cleveland to AAA Columbus all year long. Good numbers in AAA. 297 hitter on the farm. Versatile player. The kind of guy that'll bring a bunch of gloves to the ballpark. Miller, Hedges, and Jimenez here in the second. the utility guy. Can't have enough of them. And there's ball 4. Jared Walsh is wearing a microphone with us. And Jared, you're going to have some company down there at first base. Good evening. Thanks for talking to us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
I don't know if Jared can hear us.
I can. I responded.
He can?
Yes.
You got us?
I do.
That away.
What's up, Jared? How you doing?
Hey, how's Williamsport treating you, Jared?
It's been great. Had a little bit of rain earlier, but kind of cleared out. Weather's great now. Happy to be here.
What was the best question that you got from one of the kids at the airport?
We hung out with the Nebraska team a little bit. I don't remember any crazy questions. Just kind of talking a little bit of baseball.
Hey, Brandon, growing up in Georgia, when you were 12 years old, who were some of the, A, what was your favorite team, and B, who was your favorite player?
Yep. Growing up in Georgia, I was a New York Yankee fan.
That doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. Favorite player, Barry Bonds, so I'm kind of just a huge baseball fan in general. Don't really keep it too regional.
Okay, and you pitched as well, right?
I did, yes.
So who was your favorite pitcher?
Oh, man. That changed probably every week. I like Cliff Lee a lot, mostly the lefties.
Back to Suarez, who will apply the tag on Hedges, and there's one gone as the bunt advances the runner Miller to second with one gone.
So, Jared, what's more enjoyable, hitting a home run or striking somebody out with the bases loaded?
Hitting a home run, no question about it. Because you have to ice your arm after you strike somebody out. That's always a little painful, so I choose the home run every time.
I know you get asked this all the time, Jared, but as a guy that did double duty, that pitched and hit in the same major league season, what goes through your mind when you watch what Ohtani does this year?
I've actually said this a few times before, but it might not make a lot of sense. I don't think anyone on the team is surprised by anything that we see. You know, we know how talented he is, how much work he puts in, so it's just kind of normal to us. But I think in 10 years, we're going to look back and kind of be really amazed by what's going on.
Here's the second baseman tonight, rather, Andres Jimenez with a runner at second, visiting with all-star Jared Walsh on the telecast tonight. You guys hit the road right after this. Do you fly back to Baltimore tonight, Jared?
We do.
It's quite a trip, right? I mean,
yeah.
My goodness, how many cities? This is a 4-city trip, or technically 5 if you count this one?
Yeah, 5 counting this one. Got into New York City at about 6 a.m. and faced Garrett Cole that night, so good luck with that.
Breaking ball misses inside to Jimenez. It's a ball and a strike. Did any of the kids ask you for any of your stuff? Because we visited with some players today that got hit with all kinds of equipment requests.
They haven't asked for it yet, but I'm assuming they will. Victus and Marucci both sent me some pretty nice bats, so I was getting some comments from the kids in the stands while on deck.
Yeah, we saw you using one of those new shillelaghs in your first at-bat. That looked pretty clean.
Yeah, it was really cool. They did an awesome design. Everybody in the clubhouse really liked it.
The biggest fan reaction that we've had all night, Jared, was for the fan that just caught the foul ball.
Yeah, Ahmed Rosario's home run must not have been impressive enough. They erupted for the foul ball.
This is all about the fans, man. I'm telling you. We did a game here a couple years ago, and Noah Syndergaard in uniform sat in the stands with the kids, and the kids were more concerned with each other than they were Noah Syndergaard.
Yeah, this is such a cool environment. You know, the kids coming from all over the country and without COVID all over the world to come play. So hopefully things get a little more normal in the years to come.
Ball and 2 strikes. The count to Andres Jimenez. Runner at second with 1 gone. And a swing and a miss. Hey, last thing before we let you go, Jared, and we appreciate your visiting with us. I'm always curious for guys that play in the big leagues. Did you dominate in Little League, or were you not one of the best players on the team? I can't imagine that, but I want to ask you anyway.
I think I held my own in Little League. I don't know if I would say I dominated, but I thought I was a pretty good player and had big dreams, wanted to keep working, and luckily I'm still playing now.
Hey, Jared, any off-season plans? I mean, when you think about off-season, do you kind of break it up? You have a couple vacations. When do you start? Anything you're going to work on?
Sorry, Alex. Yeah, ton of stuff to work on. You know, that's what I like the most about the big leagues or professional baseball in general. You get a good blueprint. You play 140 to 180 games, so you kind of know what you're good at and what you need to improve on. And then just taking some trips, probably some warm tropical ones, and then some of my favorite cities within the U.S.
Counts 0-1 on Miles Straw. That's out to right field. Joe Adell tracking, sliding, and making a fine catch to retire the side. Jared, thanks for visiting with us, man. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
And to 2, the Indians on top, 2-0.
You would never see that. Use the trap though.
Hey! Your cousin from Boston. It means okay to Beer Fest. Another Sam Oktoberfest?
No.
Make it 10. I like this guy.
If you're living on borrowed time, do you have to return it?
Heads up! Why do we say heads up when we really mean duck?
If time and reality are a construct, what if we could rebuild it?
Question everything. We did. The all-new Hyundai Tucson. Original series from Marvel Studios, now streaming.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Shohei Ohtani! What can't he do? 上がって右中間もう行ってるでしょう。今日も行きました。Quadrangular solitario de Ohtani. Here comes Shohei. Just went. Let's take a ride with another Shohei homer.
Alex Rodriguez just went over to the Kids Cast, and former Little League World Series star Monet Davis joins us, trading places with Alex Rodriguez. Monet, good to have you with me.
Thanks for having me.
Let me tell you, you're already better at this than Alex.
I'm trying, I'm working.
So, you know, we met you at this event. This is when the world met you, when you starred in the Little League World Series. And I feel like you're all grown up now as adults running a Fortune 500 company, but you're in college now.
Yes.
And you're playing softball?
Yes, correct. I'm at Hampton University. I'm playing middle infield on the softball team.
Okay. Do you pitch still or not?
No.
That's done?
Yes.
Okay. And I would imagine that because you're such a notable person, everybody in the league, in the conference that is, knows who you are. Are the expectations huge?
That's a funny story because I actually never got to play a conference game because of COVID.
Oh, man. It's a fly ball from Jack Mayfield, one gone for Cal Quantrill. So that's coming, though, right? I mean,
yes. Yes.
Things
hopefully.
are getting normal again?
I believe so, yeah. As of now, I'm still going back later this week. So right after this, I'll go back and pack and then go straight to Virginia.
Okay. So when you played in the Little League World Series, the Little League Classic wasn't happening back then.
No.
Can you put yourself in the minds of the kids now watching the big leaguers? I mean, the role models are right there in front of them.
I mean, if I were here and this happened, I would love it. You know, you got to see all these big leaguers go down the hill and, you know, play wiffle ball and ping pong with all the kids. So I bet this day has been amazing for them and something that they'll remember their entire lives.
Talk to me about Shohei Ohtani. I mean, you can, you know, identify with somebody who's trying to pitch and hit at the level this guy plays. Give me your thoughts.
I'm just speechless, really. He's a fun player to watch. I would hate to pitch against him just because I feel like he's such a tough guy to pitch against. But, I mean, if he's on your team, you got to love it. And you got to love that he's a two-way player as well.
How about the fact that, and this is something, a part of his game that I think is underreported. So, as was the case earlier this week, he pitches 8 innings, dominant. The next game for the Angels, day game after a night game, He never takes a blow. He's in there DHing the next game. He never gets off his feet.
I mean, it's not too many people can do that, and for him to be so good at it is just amazing.
Do you think the appeal for Shohei Ohtani is such that you could call him the most popular player in Major League Baseball this year around the world?
I think so. I believe, yeah, him and Tatis are just amazing players to watch, and they're both young, so I feel like for years to come that these two guys are going to be, you know, the top players that every little leaguer wants to be.
I feel like I should know this about you. Were you a Yankee fan as a kid?
No, I was not.
Who was your team?
I was a huge Chase Utley fan, but as I got older and started watching, I became a Dodgers fan.
Got it, okay. Ohtani's aboard once again. Second time he's been on base tonight.
Matt, did you hear the hard rejection in Monet's voice right there when he said, "Oh, you're a Yankees fan"? No.
Yeah, she was very firm on that. Here are the Little League World Series favorite players this year. They're both Angels. Mike Trout, who we hope to visit with a little bit later on tonight, and Shohei Ohtani. And, you know, hey, I get it. Those are two of the best players on the planet, not just here at the Little League World Series Classic. So Ohtani is aboard, having stolen a base in his first plate appearance. And here's David Fletcher. David Fletcher sees fewer pitches per plate appearance than anybody in Major League Baseball. He's up there hacking. Now, when you were pitching in the Little League World Series, obviously you're facing kids and you don't know about these kids so much. So you didn't know that you had a guy like Fletcher who was always going to be in swing mode. What did that do for your prep? You couldn't really prepare for a lineup that way.
Yeah, it's hard, but we would have to go back and watch the regional games and just see what they did during the regional games and then try to go from there.
Oh, look at that hit and run. Beauty. Ohtani to third, and Fletcher can hit the hole like nobody in the game. Runners at the corners now. Break this down for us, Monet. Let's take a look at this this replay here. What do you see?
He just sees that, you know, the runner's going, and he sees that the second baseman takes a step towards second base, and he just, you know, places it well in there and allows Ohtani to get to third base. And, you know, hopefully the Angels can score this inning and, you know, cut that lead in half.
Fletcher's aboard. Ohtani to third. First and third now for Justin Upton.
When we talked to Joe Madden earlier today, he talked about Fletcher having an ability almost to look at the field the way Ichiro used to and be able to direct the ball.
Upton back to Quantrill to second for one. Jimenez relay doubles him off, and the threat dies. Runners at the corners with one away, and the Angels are turned away in the third. Monet, stick around with us, will you?
Gotcha.
I don't want Alex coming back.
It was the night before breakfast when suddenly Austin craved eggs and bacon and the toasted breakfast burritos he'd eat when he awakened. And the party was turning up, but Darren decided to wind down because sleep is a one-way ticket to toasted breakfast burrito town. So when Alex received that late-night text, she thought about breakfast and she ghosted her ex. Toasted breakfast burritos are here. Go to bed, sleep well. The sooner you sleep, the sooner you'll get one. Only at Taco Bell. Bung.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is people like options. I mean, you take Geico. You can call them anytime you feel like saving money. It don't matter, day or night. Use your computer, your smartphone, your tablet, whatever. The point is, you have options. Ah, how convenient. Oi, crab cakes. What are you looking at?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Take it wherever. With whomever. This is the no-holds-barred multi-purpose vehicle with the capacity to take life on. And the audacity to say, what else you got? Introducing the all-new Kia Carnival MPV.
When there's work to be done, your most powerful tool is the Home Depot app. Bring styles to life with just a few taps. And find a replacement in a snap. Get a second opinion in just a second. And when you can't drop what you're doing, we'll drop it off for you free. Download the Home Depot app today and start bringing your vision to life. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Jose Ramirez, ¿cómo estás, amigos? How you doing, Papi?
Yo estoy bien, y usted, dígame.
We're doing great here. We're living the dream. We're happy to watch you. You're having another spectacular year. I know you want to get back to playing the game, but just tell us maybe, how do you feel about this young talent? You have a lot of Dominican kids. I talked to a couple of your teammates. They're looking up to you for leadership. Give me your thoughts.
Ahmed Rosario leads things off in the Indians' third. He's got to go hit. He's up next. He got to go. He's got to hit. He's on deck. We'll get back to Jose. He's kind enough to wear a microphone and visit with us during the Little League Classic. Alex is back with us, joining Monet and I as we pick things up here in the bottom half of the third. Rosario, Ramirez, and Reyes here in the third inning. So we were just getting ready to ask Monet Davis the big question. And Buster, we said save it for TV. So go ahead with what you were going to ask Monet.
Monet, who was the first major league player that you got to meet? And I guarantee you there were major leaguers seeking you out after you had that great summer.
Honestly, I've been thinking about this, and I really don't know. And I want to say it might have been Ryan Howard, just because, you know, I was a Philadelphia team, and he was on the Phillies at the time. So I think Ryan Howard.
I mean, that's a pretty good place to start.
Yeah.
Stud. One of my personal favorites from his day, for sure. 2 balls and a strike to count to Ahmed Rosario.
And you're not going to find many as good as guy as Ryan. One of the good guys in baseball. Great career. Obviously a world championship.
Who reached out to you because you were such a trailblazer and you got on so many radars? Even people that didn't follow sports or the Little League World Series knew who you were. Was there somebody that reached out to you that you were like, whoa, I didn't know this person was aware of me?
Probably when Michelle Obama tweeted about me. That was, wow. I think that was the day where I was like, oh my goodness, like, I can't believe this happened.
Did you get a picture of that on your phone? I hope you kept that tweet.
I'm pretty sure I have it somewhere on my
okay.
iCloud.
That's one that you keep for sure. 3 balls and 2 strikes to count to Ahmed Rosario. Alex, how'd it go over there on the Kids Cast, by the way?
I was overwhelmed. I mean, they're really talented, man.
I'm very aware of that. And a base hit for Rosario. Mr. Williamsport continuing his ownership of this ballpark.
And Rosario has been sizzling hot after the All-Star game, showing a lot of confidence. And look, all of these players, they're basically showcasing for next year. They want to have a big spot. They want to be part of the solution, not part of the problem. And so far, so good for Rosario.
You know, so for Indians fans who are still kind of bemoaning the loss of Francisco Lindor, and this is a note that they're probably familiar with, Ahmed Rosario has a higher OPS this year than Mr. Smiles. And there's a strike to Jose Ramirez. Perhaps help to soften the blow of the Indians losing a franchise player. Oh, and run from Suarez to Ramirez.
Outside.
You know, we talked about Ahmed Rosario really liking hitting here, obviously. 2 for 2 with a homer tonight. Big game here as a Met a few years ago. This ballpark itself has undergone some facelifts, obviously, and they came prior to the first Little League Classic in 2017. Center field here used to be 450. Wow. 450. It's 411 as it is. It's a pretty good poke.
My goodness.
I mean, it used to be Polo Grounds style dimensions back in the day. It's a ball and 2 strikes on Ramirez. Have you pitched recently at all? Like just fooling around with friends? Like, do you...
Actually, I did. So I had a summer internship down in D.C. with the D.C. Grays, and I got to throw a bullpen. So I got to throw some pitches, and actually felt pretty good. I haven't thrown in over a year, so being able to go out there and, you know, all my pitches were working, it was pretty nice to see.
What pitch actually worked the best that you were actually a little surprised?
Probably my changeup, just because I throw a splitter as a changeup. So
show me how do you hold that?
Just split grip, just like this. Sometimes thumb off to the side, and it actually was working pretty well, and I was very surprised.
On the ground for Iglesias to Fletcher for one. Relays not in time to double off Ramirez. One out, one on, as we remind you it's almost time for this week's 5th inning Fast Talk presented by T-Mobile. Grab your phone during the mid-5th inning commercial break. Head over to ESPN's Instagram Live, where we'll be answering hard-hitting baseball questions submitted by you, the fans. Be sure to tune into this fast-paced live stream. You won't want to miss it. What was your velo? What are you rushing it up there at? If you were to get loose, like stretched out, what do you hit on the radar gun right now?
Oh man, honestly, I have no idea. I want to hopefully and say 80. I would love to be hitting 80, which I think I could. And I've been lifting this summer, so hopefully I can get up there. But I haven't been clocked in so long.
So I want to get back to your pitches because I like the split change. Show me how you hold that.
So hold my splitter just like this, and then sometimes I'll have my thumb off to the side or underneath, depending on how it feels when I'm come set.
And are you trying to throw it as hard as you can and it just kind of tumbles out?
Kind of, or just trying to get off to the side a little bit and just have it just do its movement.
Firm wrist or soft wrist?
Depending on how I feel.
Yeah, I hear that. It's all feel.
Yeah.
Eat your heart out, Pedro Martinez. Moving her thumb around, manipulating the changeup a little bit.
Show me the fastball.
Yeah, I just throw straight four-seam fastball, just real loose grip, and just trying to get as much behind it.
Curveball.
Curveball, just right on the seam, thumbs on the seam, fingers on the seam.
You don't spike that index?
No.
Okay, that's cool.
I actually tried to learn a two-seamer this summer, and just all about feeling with the fingers.
Now that pitch is really feel, and you really want loose hands and soft wrist, and the more movement, the better. I mean, all the great sinker ball pitchers, I mean, they would literally throw it right down the middle, and you just let the action work. With the four-seamer, you want that, obviously, velocity and spin rate to stay nice and tight.
So, pitching is in your past. Maybe it's in your future again down the road. But what's on your radar? I mean, pretty sure you could do whatever you want. But what is it that you would, ideal world for Mo'ne Davis, what are you doing 10 years from now?
Including taking our jobs, man.
I want to do some broadcasting as well, exactly what you guys are doing here and what I'm doing on the Kids Cast. But hopefully, about 10, 15, maybe 20 years down the line, I want to bring a women's either soccer or basketball team to Philly, just because I feel like Philadelphia needs a women's team, and just haven't had one, and being able I actually started coaching little girls as well, so having that team there and having them look up to them, knowing that they can do exactly what these women are doing, I think that would be amazing for the city.
I love it. I just have one pushback. Why are we going to wait 20 years?
I mean, because I want to do it. That's why. I feel like I can
make it happen sooner.
Probably can, but I want to get everything, situated first, making sure, I got all of my, what I want to do exactly, like where I can put the stadium, what future players that I can bring to the, the team, just because I feel like I like to plan things out in advance and like to see it happen over time.
I still think a decade is plenty of time with your talent and with your capability. And if you need an investor, I know a pretty good guy.
All right, I'm looking forward to it.
He's sitting to your left, Matt.
Yeah, she doesn't just rush into things there, Mr. Owner.
I love it. I love it. Well, I know talent when I see it, so I know how to back him.
Runner aboard with two gone now for Oscar Mercado. 2-0 Indians on the Ahmed Rosario homer, but since then, Jose Suarez has found the changeup, and he has allowed only a single since that. Struck out 3. Snack time. This is about the time of the night, and I know this from having kids myself. You get a little wiggly in the stands.
Yeah,
it's why you got to have the snacks, and there's plenty of snacks to be had.
Popcorn, cocktail.
Yeah, I don't know about the cocktail for the kids, but
no, for us.
Okay, got it. Okay,
to be able to be surrounded by the kids.
I'd clarify that.
Absolutely. Oh, cerveza.
Fastball up and in. These kids still know who you are? Like, are you a legacy?
Some kids spoke, but I feel like, what was it, 7 years ago? So they were about 5.
It's true. That's true. That's true. They were 5. That really puts it into perspective.
That's the way I feel, Matt.
I mean, we look at you and we're like, oh, that was a long time ago. We look at them and they weren't even around. The ball and a strike to count to Oscar Mercado.
But it is amazing. I think you can do anything you want, as Matt said. The world is your oyster, and for you to dominate the headlines and do what you did at your level, that should give you the confidence that there's nothing out there that you can't accomplish, whether that's being the president or being a CEO or starting something, a movement like you're talking about, which I love. But that's what I love about sports and Little League. It comes all together, and I know the attributes that I learned from the great game of baseball have paid dividends for me. I know they're going to do even better for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Suarez showing a quick move at first base, keeping Ramirez honest, and a swing and a miss by Mercado puts him behind 1 and 2.
O'Day, when you speak to little girls, what are questions that they pose to you? And I know that's a question with 2 strikes and 2 outs.
Really just, do I know TikToks? They're all about 7 to 10, so all they know right now is TikToks, and they always ask me if I can do TikToks, or if they see my book, they're like, is that really you? And I'm like, yeah, that's me. I just don't have the same things on, but they're all super sweet and super fun to be around.
It's all about the TikTok, isn't it?
It's all about TikTok.
Give the book a pop. Give the book a pop. You got open mic night here. What's the name of the book?
It's called Monet Davis, Remember My Name.
I got one quick one because Buster was quick. I'm going to do one. If you were commissioner for one day, attract great young people like yourself, how do we do it?
TikTok, social media. I feel like that's huge. Like, if you kind of look around, most of the kids will be on their phone all the time. So anything with social media, I think that'll attract any kid, really.
Love that. See, Matty, when in doubt, I just ask my daughters and they tell me the answer.
That's right, and it's always the same. Mercado gets hit by that pitch, and they're 1st and 2nd now with 1 gone. Speaking of social media, the pennant races are heating up. Follow at MLB on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube so you don't miss a thing down the stretch.
Matty, when are you going to start your TikTok account?
Yeah, it's commissioned to study to figure out if, in fact, I am too old to be on TikTok, and the responses come back, yes.
You know, you just popped out your Instagram. You're doing great work there.
That was Ella Bruning that we just saw from the Texas team who was here participating in the Little League World Series. Have you spoken to Ella?
I did. I got to speak to her a little before the game started.
Here's Zimmer with 2 out and 2 on. What'd she ask you? What was her interest?
She didn't really ask any questions, but she seemed like a very sweet girl. She gave me their team pin, which I know pin trading is a big deal out here in Little League. But she super sweet, smiling. We took a picture, and I told her she's a better hitter than I was when I was here because I didn't have many hits. But hope one day I can, see her pitch out here.
And she's a catcher as well, we understand. 8th girl to get a hit at the Little League World Series.
Love that.
0-2 the count to Bradley Zimmer. So with 2 strikes and 2 outs in the inning, does Buster have another question?
I do. How was it when you were here and you were experiencing that first bit of fame? How did you handle that?
Honestly, I feel like I was kind of shut out from the world. I wasn't on my phone as much. I was worried about getting in the rec room and getting on the motorcycle game. But I kind of just stayed away from social media just because it kept cutting out on me. So I was like, I can't keep dealing with this. So I just decided to stay away from the phone while I was here.
Wait a minute, it kept cutting out on you technically, or the messaging kind of got wonky?
It was just too much. There was a lot of messages, a lot of people, trying to text me and call me, and I just couldn't do it all at one time.
Yeah.
Okay, but once you got out of the bubble, what was that like?
That was cool. I think the first thing that we did when we got back was we had a police escort to City Hall, and we had a little parade there, and then later on that night we took a bus to New York, and I think we went on GMA and the Today Show. So that was pretty cool.
So like LeBron James, you took down social media, you put the phone down, and you wanted to, finish the title.
Yeah, I just wanted to be here and make as many memories and just have fun.
Well, that's a great lesson for all of us, kids. middle-aged adults, put the phone away and enjoy the moment.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Counts a ball and 2 strikes to Bradley Zimmer. Jose Suarez endured a long first inning tonight. This will be the 25th pitch he throws here in the bottom of the 3rd. And Zimmer strikes out. No damage in the 3rd. Monet Davis, it's been a pleasure having you on with us. We'll send you back over to the Kids Cast. Enjoy the rest of the night.
Thank you. Thank you. Good luck over here.
Thank you.
There are 16 spots in the playoffs and just 1 track left. Well, not just any track. Daytona. A last chance to keep playoff hopes alive. And for fans to experience an event unlike any other. It's time to go big and watch the drama unfold before your very eyes. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Watermelon mojito smoothies are back. Plus, try our barbecue shrimp quesadilla and tropical smoothie cafe.
Jake from State Farm, I knew it.
Dad, look!
Christmas!
Ooh, see? Surprising. Just like State Farm's surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
At Toyota's national sales event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's national sales event.
Toyota, let's go places.
Nothing Indians, top half of the 4th, and we are joined by 3-time MVP and 9-time All-Star Mike Trout on the telecast tonight, joining us from the Angels dugout. Mike, thanks for the visit. I want to ask you the same thing that we asked Jared Walsh, and we've been asking everybody. What is the most fun or the weirdest question that you've gotten from any of the kids today? Because I know you had a lot of them. The kids were so excited to meet you today.
Yeah, I think the most fun I had was probably just, you know, when I first got here, there's so much, you see it so much on TV. Growing up, everyone wants to play in the Little League World Series. Didn't get a chance to, but just being here and the experience, seeing the kids, obviously having New Jersey in here as well, it's pretty cool.
Mike, thanks for being here with us today. I want to take you back to when you were 12. We've been talking a lot about our days in Little League. I mean, first of all, how good were you? How good did you think you were? And did you play other sports, or did you see, I'm going to be a Major League Baseball player?
Every time I step on the field, I tell myself I'm the best one out there. You know, that's the mentality I had since I was a kid. Played other sports as well, really. Basketball, football, and obviously baseball. I thought that was key for me, just to stay in shape and you know, get stronger for playing baseball.
We got a picture of you on the screen from the Little League days, Mike. Same stance, same approach.
Oh yeah.
Way to go, way to swing it. That one misses upstairs to Jared Walsh. Let's get this out of the way too, because I know it's been a frustrating season for you with the calf injury. How you feeling, and how's the work going to get back on the field?
Yeah, I've been feeling great. You know, I'm getting full workout in a day. Just the biggest thing is recovery. You know, the next day I'm pretty sore. So it'd be tough for me to play back-to-back games right now. But just got to make sure, you know, I'm fully healthy to get back out there. And, you know, once I get out there, I can be fully confident and play my game and not have to worry about the calf. I'll be out there. What's up, Dex? Huh?
2 balls and 2 strikes. Dexter Fowler sliding up next to you. And what a neat thing to have Dexter with the team. I mean, because it's been an injury-filled year for him, too. What does that mean to have guys that are rehabbing with the club as you and Dexter are, Mike?
Yeah, we're one big family over here. You know, he keeps the clubhouse loose. Dex, great teammate. Obviously, got to play against him over the years, but you know, he's on the team now, so it's been great. You know, the friendship, the bond. You know, we got a good one. So
we got Buster Olney with us as well, Mike. He wants to jump in here.
Mike, what's it been like to watch Ohtani this year? Poof.
What's not to like? It's amazing. There we go. Just you know, it's tough as a hitter. You know, I know the mental grind of a full season. And, you know, he's doing that, you know, hitting 40 homers and, you know, with a sub-3 ERA as well. I think he's like 8-1. I mean, you know, he just enjoys it. It's honestly watching Little League to him. You know, you got guys on, you watch the Little League World Series, you got guys throwing 6 innings and playing shortstop the next day. That's Ohtani in the show. So it's pretty amazing. He's a good dude, great person, great teammate, and I'm happy we have him.
What's the most amazing thing you've seen him do this year? One individual moment you were like, oh, yeah, my God.
I forget what game it was. He hit the 2 homers. First at bat, he got jammed up and in. I basically told him, I said, hey, man, they throw you a fastball inside, hit it in the right field seats. They throw you off speed, down the middle, down, hit it to center field. And if they throw you a sinker down and away, hit it in our bullpen. And next at bat, fastball up and in, homer to right field. And then in the 8th inning, sinker like 98, he hit it in our bullpen. So that's the most amazing thing I've ever seen, because I basically told him what to do and he did it. It was pretty incredible. It's just special. The swing is unbelievable, and the power.
Mike, a little more on that, you know, because this is a season where you've never not played as often as you have this year. Have you looked at more video? Have you done something differently while a game is being played this year that you haven't in the past? There's Stassi locked up, 2 gone.
You know, I'm searching for right now. You know, it's been you know, longer than I expected, obviously, with this calf, but I'm trying to stay locked in as much as I can. You know, we got a lot of young guys coming up, doing great, and you know, I'm here for their support and whatever they need. You know, we got some good prospects coming up, and yeah, I'm happy they're getting some playing time.
I know you've gotten into the ear of some of the younger outfielders, and with Brandon Walsh, with Joe Adell, and Hunt the fastball was one of the messages. What are they asking you? What are those guys looking for help with?
Yeah, I mean, it's little stuff. I'm not trying to, you know, put stuff in their head. You know, they're up here for a reason. Just little stuff that you see on TV. You know, you got to hunt the fastball. Yeah, obviously you can sit on some pitches when you get, you know, in them counts, and pitchers have tendencies to throw that off speed, but you know, guys are throwing 98 plus, you know, 95 plus every night, so you got to be able to hunt that heater. And you know, in AAA, you know, you might get a couple mistakes, and in the big leagues, you only might get 1 a night. So you know, I got to take advantage of it.
Eagles better than an 8-win team this year?
Oh, for sure. Birds, baby.
No chance.
We'll see. They look all right. I mean, they haven't played anybody. In the preseason's like, they don't play anybody anyway, so we'll see.
Hey, Mike, we appreciate the visit, man.
Yeah,
Best of luck getting back on the field. We appreciate your time.
Thanks for talking to you guys.
Still 2-0 Indians.
93 warmer days, promising new adventure, and views that never get old. Your favorite season starts now. Summer on. Receive a credit of up to $3,500 through September 6th.
I don't hydrate like everyone else because I'm not everyone else. They drink what they're told to drink. I drink what helps me rehydrate and recover. Pedialyte Sport, because it works. And so do I. Hydration beyond the hype.
The new Total Support pouch from Hanes can help you achieve balance. Vista mesh panels for perfect separation and support. Secure. Separated. Supported. Find your balance with the new Total Support pouch from Hanes.
We made USAA insurance for renters who make the most of their space and money.
That's why we make it easy to cover the stuff you love for as little as 33 cents a day. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
Yeah. Noah. Yeah, babe. Up.
Welcome back to Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN. Telecast presented by Taco Bell. Little League World Series rolls on from Williamsport. 4 more games tomorrow. Taylor, Michigan will take on Abilene, Texas, 1 Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Lake Oswego, Oregon, and Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Both those games are on ESPN2. And the other on ESPN2, that is. Lafayette, Louisiana against Hamilton, Ohio. And we cap the night with kids from Washington against the kids from Nebraska. All 4 games also live on the ESPN app. One app, one tap, so you can watch anywhere. Owen Miller leads things off against Jose Suarez in the Indians half of the 4th. 2-0 Cleveland on the Ahmed Rosario homer in the 1st. Miller drew a walk in his first plate appearance back in the 2nd. Since the homer allowed by Suarez, the Indians have had opportunities to pad their lead. Miller drew a leadoff walk in the 2nd. They had first and second one away in the 3rd. And Suarez was able to shut the door on each of those micro rallies. One-two pitch is lined to left. Plenty of carry for Justin Upton, and there's one away. And that'll bring up the Cleveland catcher tonight.
Austin Hedges, catcher. Favorite athlete's Tom Brady. Favorite baseball player was Pudge Rodriguez. Favorite movie, Braveheart. Favorite food, sushi. Favorite TV show, The Office. Favorite emoji, thumbs up.
You know, man, I love the new element because these guys have such great personalities. They have a lot, big voice they use in social media, but it's great that we get to kind of reveal who they are underneath the helmet, right?
That's right.
He was one of the guys before the game asking you for a picture, right, Alex? He came out, found you?
He was one of the guys that made me feel really old. He said, when I was really little, I used to watch you play. I said, oh, boy.
That one's ticketed for the gap. Adele lays out, and it's past him. Marsh collects it on the track, and Austin Hedges has a one-out double in the 4th.
Yeah, good swing here. Middle fastball going the other way, not trying to do too much. Nice effort. And a stand-up double.
Guys, in my conversation with Terry Francona this morning, he just raved about the work that Hedges has done with the pitching staff. He really feels like he's fostered that group along. He's known as a defense-first catcher. And that has absolutely had an impact in Tito's mind on the pitching staff this year.
So here's the number 9 hitter, Andres Jimenez, with a runner in scoring position and one gone. Alex Young is up in the bullpen for the Indians, by the way. Cal Quantrill's been great tonight. Struck out the side in the 4th. Still a reasonable pitch count for Quantrill. Not sure if Alex Young is just getting some work down there or if in fact DeMarlo Hale's thinking about a change here.
And one thing that Francona told me about Quantrill was how well his stuff holds. In other words, if he's throwing 95 miles per hour in the 1st inning, Indians have learned that basically 5th, 6th inning, he'll still be maintaining that same velocity.
Good worker, Quantrill. Great makeup from Canada. Mentioned I played with his father with the Yankees, relief pitcher, 04, 05. Had one of the best first halves I've ever been a part of. Through almost every night, made the All-Star game, and as good of a guy as you can find. Great teammate.
A bouncing ball that'll scoot through the hole on the right side. Hedges to third, and the Indians have runners at the corners with one gone.
And Matt, this is something that as a young player, Adele, 22 years old, this is a big mistake. This airmail ball, it didn't cost him here. But when you're 22 years old, one of the things that Joe Madden will do is once this young man comes in, he'll have the outfield coach go to him and say, okay, you charge the ball well. I need you to hit the cutoff man 10 out of 10 times. That's what we're looking for. Start building that championship culture now when you're a 500 team. Do not let that slide. Those are the things that Lou Piniella, you know, Felix Fermin, Joey Cora instilled in me very early. We're not going to accept mediocrity. Right there, sit them down, get it fixed, get it done.
Runners at the corners for Miles Straw. Grounded to the shortstop. Iglesias makes a great play to get to it and then kind of dumps it off to Fletcher. They get the out at second base. Hedges scores, and it's a 3-0 Cleveland lead. I think that's the best Iglesias could do with that ball.
I mean, incredible play. And look at the way he gets rid of this ball. I mean, there's not too many shortstops in the planet that can make that play. Acrobatic and appreciated by Suarez.
RBI for Straw.
You know what's great here about the crowd reaction with all these young little leaguers is that when you see a play like that, the reaction is, whoa! Every time a ball's hit in the air, whoa!
And here is Mr. Williamsport now, Ahmed Rosario, who is 2 for 2 tonight with a 2-run homer and 5 for 7 here at this ballpark as a major leaguer. One of 4 players to play more than one game at the Little League Classic.
And Buster, one of the great things about playing for so long and having the privilege to do this job every Sunday is Little League's great, high school, college is fantastic, the minor leagues. There are certain things you only get to see in a big league ballpark, in a big league field, and that's one of them right there.
Our Corona premier moment, a big league homer at the minor league ballpark. 8th of the year for Rosario. Started the scoring in the bottom of the first. Still 0-2. Straw's got great speed at first base. A ball and 2 strikes. Ahmed Rosario has matched the number of multi-hit games that he had before the All-Star break with his 15th since the All-Star break as a result of his 2 for 2 tonight.
Only 25 years old, Rosario.
Still the ball and 2 strikes. The Indians have done a lot of damage in 2 strike counts this year. In fact, only the Giants and Braves have hit more homers in 2 strike counts than Cleveland. Very kind of here and there strange statistical profile are the Indians this year. They don't hit for average. In fact, the only American League teams that are lower in batting average are the Rangers and Mariners this year. Back up the middle and through, another base hit. Straw holds at second base. The 3rd hit of the inning for Cleveland. Keeps the inning alive and puts 2 runners aboard in front of their most dangerous hitter, the switch hitter Jose Ramirez. who's 4 for 10 with a couple of homers in the series, and that'll bring out Angels pitching coach Matt Wise.
I think you guys would agree that Jose Ramirez, before his last plate appearance, established himself as one of the nicest people in baseball, because he didn't just say, hey, I'm supposed to be on deck. He was trying to hang with us with that interview.
Yeah, you know, we've had some brief interviews the last few years on Sunday Night Baseball. Some folks that just kind of dismissed us roundly. Ramirez didn't dismiss us. He just simply had to go hit. And he couldn't have been nicer about it, to your point, Buster.
An elite player, one of the best contracts, best value for your buck, Ramirez. And a super sexy bat.
Yeah, I think a lot of the bat manufacturers have broken out some of their best custom jobs for this event.
It's like a superhero bat. A lot going on with the colors, the neon.
He has been a terror with runners in scoring position, as you can see.
I mean, he is a chip that 29 other teams would take right now, both for the talent, the contact, the power, the consistency, and then the value. And the Clevelands have several choices with him. They can either say, here's a guy that we're going to build around. He's 28. We couldn't keep Lindor, so we'll keep Ramirez. Or you can trade him and get 2 or 3 good players that are coming up. So good to have options. Ramirez provides many.
Got some thoughts there, Alex.
Let's hear him, Buster.
On the ground for Iglesias. Got to hurry the throw and gets it there in time. We'll have more on the thoughts of should I stay or should I go for Jose Ramirez as we continue. It's still 3-0 Indians.
Do you remember we used to talk about everything we were going to do once we could do anything we wanted?
You having an anxiety attack? It just feels like I blew the whole thing, like I suck as a person.
You want to stop feeling like you're feeling?
What about this weighted blanket? It costs $250.
We can make our own version.
You feeling less anxious? No, I'm really not.
You can't stop thinking about all the things you should have done and why you didn't do them.
The question is, what do you do now?
You know, my mom says I just have a huge appetite for life. Well, she did say huge. This thing's perfect in this size. It's a candy bar, it's gooey, and it's Quest. So, some athlete-worthy nutrition for everyone. You don't have to be an athlete to get something out of Quest. Use your rookie energy wherever you need it. Look, they even make them in a little bite-sized version.
Ricky Bobby, today the road is your classroom. Now, let's go borrow a boat and make some bad decisions. Time to go incognito.
Ricky! I love you, Kyle! What's the next stop?
It's time for your extracurriculars. Vámonos, amigos.
For this.
There's Mommy.
No.
Let me see. You're not going to go back in, buddy. It's okay.
You beat teams like this all season long. You can do this. Go, go, go.
Made me believe more than words could tell you how I'm
ESPN's telecast of Sunday Night Baseball presented by Taco Bell is brought to you by Gatorade. Nothing beats Gatorade. The brackets in the Little League World Series named after 2 of the game's all-time greats, Hank Aaron and Tom Seaver. As we welcome you back to the Little League Classic, a 3-0 lead for the Indians. Alternative seating is available. I love it. I love it. Any place you can bring a lawn chair and take in an event, it's a place for me. Brandon Marsh, Joe Adell, and Jack Mayfield here against Cal Quantrill, who has been great to start the ball game. He's limited the Angels to just 2 walks and 2 singles, 5 strikeouts for Quantrill. Marsh, one of those who struck out earlier. That's off the fists, wrapped softly to Jimenez at second. Marsh made that close. And there's 1 gone, 5 in a row set down by Quantrill. That sign kind of says it all, right? Watch children.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, grown men playing a kids game. Back to the coverage of the Little League World Series tomorrow. 4 games on ESPN and the ESPN family of stations. Mother Nature hasn't been totally compliant in getting games scheduled. Not to worry. A week from today, we'll have a champion. It's a ball and a strike to Joe Adell.
Allen!
He was able to check that. You could hear home plate umpire Dan Bellino checking down to Alan Porter at first.
You know, Matt, talking about home plate umpire Dan Bellino, not only is he an umpire, he has a law degree.
I know you always, you're quick to find the guys with law degrees.
Well,
why is that?
You got to watch him. He's like Lawrence Taylor, head in a, it'll swivel.
Introducing the Grubhub Guarantee. Our promise to deliver your order on time within the delivery window and for the lowest price compared to other apps. Or you'll get back at least $5 in perks.
2 gone for the number 9 hitter, Jack Mayfield.
Yeah, Matt, just to finish Dan Bellino's story, I mean, not only an umpire, but graduated.
Oh, a nice lean-out catch by Oscar Mercado to retire the side. With some help behind him defensively, Cal Quantrill has retired 7 in a row to hang on to his 3-0 lead. That's it for the top of the 5th, which means it's time for tonight's 5th inning Fast Talk presented by T-Mobile. Head over to ESPN's Instagram Live now.
This one device is going to change everything. Gaming, entertainment, streaming, health, business. It will literally change how you experience the world. Welcome to the future.
Without the right connection, you've got nothing.
And now give you the future. No, I don't. Maybe the future's over here. Here we go. Nope.
That's why Spectrum Mobile delivers the most reliable service and nationwide 5G, so you're covered.
Your shop is looking great, Kim.
Almost there. I still need an internet provider. I refuse to get locked in a contract.
Spectrum Business has no contracts, and they have low prices tailored to new businesses with built-in extras you need. Desktop security, domain name, and email.
I'll be doing a lot of online grab-and-go orders. I need fast internet.
Slow drip is great for coffee, but not internet. Spectrum Business starts at 200 megabits per second.
Fast speeds, low prices, and no contracts?
It's a great blend.
Emily used to let nothing come between her and her WNBA action.
Emily.
No, thank you. Busy.
Then Emily got YouTube TV. Now her live TV can also record all of everything. No cable box needed. This is the happiest Emily's ever been.
I'm always this happy.
Same live TV and unlimited DVR, live alerts, so much better. YouTube TV. Try it free.
It took a lot of hard work to get here, but our beginnings were never humble. We always gave our all to any obstacle that crossed our path. We overcame even the toughest mountains without letting anything stop us. We pushed ourselves through every terrain just to see how far we could go. Our beginnings got us here, but it's thrill that drives us forward to discover what else is possible. This is the new Nissan.
Well, for Joe Madden, who has managed in the Little League Classic previously, the trip back to Pennsylvania is a fond one because it's close to his hometown in Hazleton, PA, not far from Muncy Bank Ballpark at historic Bowman Field, where we are tonight. Joe, we can say it officially. Welcome back home.
Thank you. It's great to be back. Every time you fly into this state or into an airport near Hazleton, I always get that warm fuzzy about it, literally.
Were you able to describe to any of your coaches or players what Hazleton means to you and get into your background here with them, or does time prevent you from getting that deep?
That's all they hear. They're tired of me. Actually, we're going over there tonight after this game. I had a golf tournament planned for tomorrow for the Respect 90 Foundation. The weather's not cooperating. It's better here than it is in Hazleton, about an hour away, so we don't know if it's going to go on. And if it doesn't, my coaching staff's still coming over. We're going to play some golf tomorrow.
Hey, Joe, you've had some great years managing. I used to, compete against you when you were right there with Mike Scioscia, but I think this is one of your finest jobs ever. And the reason why I say that, when you have a guy like Mike Trout, Rendon go down, and you look around your team, the energy, you've hung out 500 all year, the energy's high. How encouraged are you looking forward? And this division could be had, by the way. Yeah, it's a cultural shift, as you know, and that's exactly what I'm seeing. And I give a lot of credit to our veterans on this team. They're outstanding. Look at Jep in left field, at shortstop, Iggy. I'll tell you, in the bullpen, Junior Guerra and Jose Quintana have had a great influence. Alex Cobb on a lot of these guys. I've never seen a group of veterans really apply themselves in regards to mentoring as well as this group has.
We have to ask you about the guy who was right behind you in the shot that we have of your Shohei Ohtani. And I know Buster and I visited with you about it before the game, but your process with Shohei in terms of when he can double duty, when he cannot, and how those conversations began in the spring.
Well, yeah, Perry and I sat down early on, and I just wanted to know philosophically where the organization set with all this. And from the beginning, Perry was all on board with letting him pitch, letting him play, and then we'll try to make those decisions the year in progress. Sat down with Shohei and Ippei, his translator, great guy, and we went through all of this in camp, and I wanted him to know that he is going to be in charge of when he plays based on how he feels. None of us have ever done what he's doing, so I have no idea what that would feel like. He related to me the biggest thing obviously would be his legs. Go Joe, nice play. Would be his legs. And so before every game he's going to start, I want to find out the night before, do you want to hit two? And then after that, what do you feel like on the day after? It's just been an open, easy conversation. He's very frank with me, and I love it. So he developed a good relationship based on that. But he really calls a shot when he's going to hit and pitch.
Joe, you talked about camp, and I know we have 2 outs here. Forecasting. Did you see 50% of Ohtani? Did you see 80% of? There's no way you could have seen 100% of what this kid is doing.
Not at all. I saw him last year, obviously, and actually recruited a couple years ago, and I was still with the Cubs, and everybody was raving about him. And then last year, obviously, he was not playing up to his abilities yet. He had been injured, coming back as a pitcher. His batting style was totally off. He was just really flying open and actually almost ending up in the first base dugout. So none of it made any sense. And this camp, watching him throw from the beginning, velocity was back, and watching him hitting it a much better direction in regards to hitting the ball back to the middle of the field, and he got to his hands again. So it was a gradual process the first month, and then all of a sudden, man, you can see it was all going to come together for him, and it did. And give him a lot of credit, because he worked very hard this past offseason to get to this point.
Hey, Joe, we appreciate the visit during the game. Enjoy the golf tournament tomorrow. Hit him straight. Thanks for the time.
Thank you. And Alex knows what it's like to be on a team that doesn't win and win an MVP, so he understands that.
Indeed.
I voted for you. I would have voted for you.
Austin Warren with a 1-2-3 fifth. Ohtani will lead things off in the 6th, and it's still 3-0 Indians lead.
This dream is incredible. Those moves are unreal. But great dreams aren't edible and you can barely cartwheel. You're on your way to eggs and bacon, so wave this dream farewell. The sooner you wake, the sooner you'll get toasted breakfast burritos. Only at Taco Bell. Bong.
We finally found the perfect house.
Yeah, we couldn't believe the deal we got. Just lucky, I guess.
We're a little closer to the airport than we thought.
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
Saving us so much money.
How was your play? Good.
Morning, Ted.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Meet Ultimate Hybrid, advanced ceramic and wax technology. The best of both worlds, but better. Only from Mothers.
A light beer with this much flavor should be kept in a secure location, like your hand.
I was already keeping mine in my hand, just nice and secure, so I don't want it all.
Blue Moon Light Sky. Savor every sip.
Can we even afford this house?
I'm pretty sure we can.
Pretty sure. With Rocket Mortgage, you can be certain. Not pretty sure.
What's the difference?
Let me show you. I'm pretty sure these Hornets aren't the murdering type. I'm pretty sure they're just dolphins. I'm pretty sure you can take Batista down.
You're on.
Certain is better.
Let's go with certain.
Pretty sure isn't sure enough. When you need to be certain about how much home you can afford, Rocket can.
Welcome back to the Little League Classic. Shohei Ohtani leads things off for the Angels, trailing 3-0 in the 6th. That'll be the top of the order for the Angels. Ohtani, Fletcher, and Upton against Cal Quantrill, who has been in nothing but control tonight. 5 strikeouts. He is currently in the midst of a stretch where he has retired 7 straight Angels. Ohtani has singled and walked tonight, in there for a 3rd time against Quantrill. So we're seeing Ohtani swing the bat tonight. We were not lucky enough to be here on the every 6th day when Ohtani assumes his spot in the rotation. A healthy cut on 0-1. But because he's dominated so on both sides of the scorecard, Alex, and the MVP thing is now almost a foregone conclusion.
Yep.
I think it's even possible for Angels fans to dream about a Cy Young Award too.
Okay.
And here's why. It's a very short list of pitchers, of course, that have won both a Cy and an MVP in the same year. Most recently, Clayton Kershaw 2014. And then before him, Verlander in 2011. Relievers have done it, such as Dennis Eckersley. Ohtani is strikeout victim here. But if you change the innings threshold to a minimum of 100 innings pitched, there are only 2 American leaguers with a lower ERA than Shohei Ohtani. His strikeout numbers are rising. He's going deeper into starts. I don't think he's going to win the Cy Young Award, but it's not a ridiculous suggestion to say that he's going to get some votes in this thing, Buster.
Yeah, and I was thinking, Matt, as I was watching earlier today, Ohtani interaction with Little Leaguers here, how cool that will be for all of these guys who got to meet him today when they talk to their kids, their grandkids. See a ground ball to third base. Years from now saying, you know what, that incredible summer of 2021 when Shohei Ohtani did things we've never seen before, I got a chance to meet him. How great is that?
Yeah, you bet.
And I got to tell you, this Ohtani is so competitive. When he first joined the Angels in 2018, you go through all the early tests and you jump and you throw and you do all these exams. In his vertical jump, he wasn't happy with it. As a result, he went back that offseason, studied hips, studied explosion, came back the next year, and his vertical jump improved 10 inches. I mean, this is a guy that will not stop at no, and he'll just keep working and going through things. That's incredible.
2 quick outs here for Justin Upton. 0-1 the count to Upton, who's walked tonight. 0-2. Cal Quantrill really rolling right along.
Matty, you know how hard it is to increase 10 inches in a vertical?
I was looking at you like you had that wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a huge number.
Huge, huge. The other guy that had an incredible vertical jump, another pitcher, at 41 years old, we had 75 players show up to Yankee in Tampa, George Steinbrenner Field. Mariano Rivera, 41, #1 vertical jump in the entire team. Wow. 1 of 75. And when you have these great players, pitchers, they're not Cadillacs, they're Ferraris, they're Lamborghinis. They're so incredibly wired. The explosion, the extension, and also Mariano, the most flexible guy on the team. I mean, these guys are built like deers and they run like deers.
Upton wanted time and he got it because Quantrill has really dominated here and has really dictated the pace so far tonight. Here is 1-2 is low and it's 2-2 now.
So there's a lot to like in Quantrill. I mean, here's a guy that's not going to be overwhelmed. His father played 14 years in the major leagues, so you take that out. He's got the pedigree. He's smart from Stanford, has a degree, and he is a competitive guy. Oh boy.
Upton's rung up. 2 more strikeouts for Quantrill, a total of 7. He's retired 10 in a row. Middle of inning number 6. Still 3-0 Indians.
Welcome to Allstate, where we've just lowered our auto rates. And savings like that will have you jumping for joy. Now get new lower auto rates with Allstate, because better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click or call for a lower auto rate today.
An F-150 isn't an F-150 because of the name on the tailgate. It's an F-150 because it's built Ford tough, built to haul more, built to tow more, for the people who count on it. Because they know that brawn can get the job done, but it takes brains and brawn to get it done right. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
I don't hydrate like everyone else because I'm not everyone else. They drink what they're told to drink. I drink what helps me rehydrate and recover. Pedialyte Sport, because it works. And so do I. Hydration beyond the hype.
The new Total Support pouch from Hanes can help you achieve balance. Vista mesh panels for perfect separation and support. Secure, separated, supported. Find your balance. Vista new Total Support pouch from Hanes.
Home is where college football is. So welcome home.
What's your best memory from playing Little League?
How about the weirdest? My 8-year-old baseball coach, Buddy Freeland, who's still a personal friend today, I had a bee fly into my mouth in the stunger, got caught in my lip in the middle of a baseball game. He pulled a credit card out and popped it out of my lip.
Tell me something that happened when you were playing Little League that made you cry.
When I was 12, I played in Cooperstown Dreams Park, and I struck out to lose the championship game, so there were some waterworks there.
How envious of you as a kid were you of those guys?
Words cannot explain. I always thought I was missing out so much, wanted the opportunity, but never got it until now.
What do you anticipate in terms of your interaction with the kids that day?
Getting to be around Shohei and Mike Trout and stuff like that, I'm assuming it's going to be really exciting.
Do you think what Ohtani has done this year makes it more likely or less likely that other players will get the opportunity to try to do it?
The production that he's putting up being repeated is probably not likely.
What's the most amazing thing that you've seen him do this year?
The Seattle ball. He hit a ball in the upper deck there, and I was on deck for it. It just hits like the third deck way up there, and I was blown away.
What's the best joke that you ever pulled off on a teammate?
We have these little pillows for Shohei, a promotional pillow, and it's got his face on it like 9 times on each side. So I did one where he's got like a curly mustache, one where he's got a James Harden beard, one where he's got sunglasses on.
What was his reaction when he saw that?
He walked up and said, bad teammate, and then started laughing at me and walked away.
That's fantastic. Thanks to Jared Walsh for being so generous with his time. By the way, Buster, those Ohtani pillows were going for like $200 on eBay within a day.
You're kidding.
And I'm not. That was a big item. 1 gone as Owen Miller grounds out. By the way, 4 up, 4 down against the rookie right-hander Austin Warren, who's been very good so far tonight, as he has for just about all of his appearances since getting called up from AAA Salt Lake this year. Working to Austin Hedges, who has scored a run after doubling, and Hedges sends a fly ball out to shallow right center. Marsh has it for out number 2. Yeah, count Austin Warren among those auditioning to try to open up some eyes for a spot on the roster next year. Big Chipper Jones fan growing up. Played his Little League Baseball in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Two quick outs for him now for Andres Jimenez.
You mentioned those pillows of Ohtani going for big money. As you said that, I was like, oh man, the collectibles on Ohtani from 2021 will be off the charts.
That's right. A series of Ohtani giveaways in Anaheim this year.
And what we see a baseball card go for early, like last week, it was like $6 million. I didn't see that. Really?
Yeah. Something like that.
Honus Wagner, I think. A Honus Wagner baseball card.
Oh, that's the one.
There was a Manta one also for like 5.5.
A couple of big fastballs elevated have Jimenez behind in the count. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Have you checked the prices on your cards, Alex?
Oh no, those are going down. That's flea market pricing. If you own them, sell them.
Yeah, the Honus Wagner T206, $6.6 million. And Jimenez with a defensive late pass, a strikeout for Warren. 6 up, 6 down for the rookie right-hander in relief. Still, however, a 3-0 Indians lead.
The engineers at Acura have made a remarkable discovery. A truly extraordinary car.
It's like a truly extraordinary journey.
To achieve it,
you have to get off the beaten path. Don't miss our newest lineup at the Acura Summer of Performance event going on now.
Visit your Central Florida Acura dealer for attractive offers on the RDX.
Watermelon mojito smoothies are back. Plus, try our barbecue shrimp quesadilla and tropical smoothie cafe.
Big news for heartburn sufferers. Introducing Zantac 360 Degrees with a new formula that has the #1 doctor-recommended medicine approved to both prevent and relieve heartburn. It works in as little as 15 minutes and lasts. New Zantac 360.
At Toyota's national sales event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's national sales event.
Toyota, let's go places.
While streaming the Disney bundle, I watched a gutchy lady playing with sharks. I hunkered down with La Liga. And those folks from Modern Family, they had me cackling like a trout getting tickled. Get the Disney bundle for only $13.99 a month.
And Quantrill has been outstanding tonight. Glove side sinker, pinpoint control, keeping the ball down, late movement, and then the backdoor stuff. Cutters, and the filthy changeup to Ohtani. Quantrill has been outstanding in July with a 1.78 ERA. Took down his last 10 hitters. And he's got some tremendous swag, as Buster told us. And one thing, man, that people don't talk about enough is when you're Ken Griffey, when you're Barry Bonds, when you're Eduardo Perez, you grew up in a major league clubhouse, that element is gone. That's the biggest obstacle for most people, is that imposter syndrome. And you ask yourself, boy, do I belong in this clubhouse? If you take that away, you're starting at third base.
He's retired 11 in a row as he gets Jared Walsh to ground out. Play Ball is baseball and softball's initiative to highlight the fun and accessible ways to play the game for all. Find a league near you. Go to playball.org and follow @playball on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Here's the catcher, Max Stassi, 0 for 2 tonight. Just 2 singles for the Angels tonight. Ohtani and Fletcher with base hits early in the ball game. Since the All-Star break, the Angels have had a hard time manufacturing runs. They have scored the 4th fewest runs since the midsummer layoff. 2 balls and no strikes to Stassi. I mean, tonight's the kind of night where you tip your cap to the opposing starter and you say, well, their guys get paid too, right? I mean, Quantrill has been outstanding.
Matt, when you look at a young pitcher, though, like a guy like Quantrill, there's things you focus on. I mean, only 26 years old, but he's got the body of a superstar, 6'3", 195. And there's statistics out there that tell you what kind of DNA this guy has. With 2 strikes this year and 2 outs, clutch situations, he's been unbelievable, only allowing 4 hits in 37 at-bats. So in clutch situations, he bears down and makes the pitches. This guy's the first pitcher since Mike Mussina to make an opening day start. Mike made one from Stanford in 1988, 2014.
Ooh.
Who'd that hit?
That just hit the catcher.
Did that
popped out of his glove?
That hit Hedges? It sounded like it hit somebody.
Glove, shoulder, Hedges. He just whiffed that.
It's a full count to Stassi, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss. Number 8 for Quantrill tonight. I mean, this is the same Angels lineup, essentially, that came back to score and defeat the Detroit Tigers on Thursday in an 8-run deficit. And it tied a franchise record for the biggest ever come from behind win. Pretty much the same lineup man for man, and they have been completely shut down tonight. Here's Iglesias now.
You guys can understand watching Quantrill why the Indians are excited as we move forward. You got Shane Bieber, you got Savali, you got Tristan McKenzie, who's so great. And their offseason is not going to be dominated by conversations about a trade of one of their veterans.
Yeah, that's going to be a welcome change, because that was the talk around the Indians last year, of course. The Lindor deal, Lindor and Carrasco, the paring down of salary.
Before that, you had Kluger and Bauer, all the conversations about transitions. Now they're playing offense. Now they're looking at this, and their payroll's way down. They've cut it more than half. They have Jose, who's the guy they're going to build around Ramirez. He's got 2 more years left. Team options, very affordable options. And if you think about what it takes to win at the major league level of starting pitching, I mean, Quantrill's making the Indians look tonight like they're a playoff team. Dominating pitching, good pace, 8 strikeouts. I mean, attacking hitters, and the team looks good. It looks crisp. It looks like they're ready.
0-2 to Jose Iglesias. And a swing and a miss by Iglesias.
And he's out because he kicked the ball.
Kicked the ball out of the batter's box on his way to first base. Another 1-2-3 inning for Cal Quantrill in the 7th. Everybody loves baseball traditions, so stay tuned for the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by Jim Beam.
Summer can't be contained to just one moment. It can be exhilarating, breathtaking, refreshing, and so much more. So never settle for just any summer. Make yours ultimate. Receive a credit of up to $3,500 through September 6th.
If a baseball lands in your beer, It's customary to.
Take a drink.
Here's an idea. If a ball lands in your beer, take that as a sign to get a Jim Beam highball.
Another beer or something different?
How about this super filling IPA?
Son, you want a dark beer.
Aged with goat's milk.
Dark beer!
How about a Bourbon ginger highball?
Summer can't be contained to just one moment. It can be exhilarating, breathtaking, refreshing, and so much more. So never settle for just any summer. Make yours ultimate. Receive a credit of up to $3,500 through September 6th.
And Doug.
Oh, are you using Liberty Mutual's coverage customizer tool?
Sorry?
Well, since you asked, it finds discounts and policy recommendations, so you only pay for what you need. Limo, you're an animal! Who's got the bird legs now?
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Well, throughout the baseball season, Geico is donating tickets to honor military members and their families at Major League Baseball stadiums around the country through the Geico Seats for Service program. Today, we welcome Specialist Alexis Trude-Hettinger, U.S. Army, USAG Carlisle Barracks. Welcome to Alexis and her family, getting after some soft serve. A 3-0 lead for the Indians as Cleveland digs in with the top of their order in the 7th against a new pitcher on the mound for the Angels. Veteran right-hander Steve Cishek takes over. 2 scoreless innings by Austin Warren, holding it at a 3-run game. Straw, Rosario, and Ramirez for the Indians in the 7th. A ball and a strike. Miles Straw has hit safely in 18 of 22 with the Indians since the trade that brought him over from Houston.
And Matt, they absolutely love Straw. They love the fact that moving forward, they know he's the center fielder, right? It feels like that they've turned over so many names at that position in recent years. He's the guy now.
And if Bradley Zimmer can settle in at one of the corner spots, Zimmer starting in right tonight, building a new young core. Building a new young core for when they assume a different name next year, Buster.
The Guardians, right? As we talk about what the Guardians are going to do with Jose Ramirez, yeah, we'll use the new name. Alex, you mentioned that Jose Ramirez has club options for next year and for the year after that, 11 million, then 13 million. And I think what that means is there's virtually no chance he gets traded this winter. And the reason why is because to have a player that good at that price, you almost can't put together a trade that would coax him away from the Guardians moving forward.
No, I would agree with that entirely.
I agree. I mean, the combination of switch hitter, contact, power, proven, great in the clubhouse, hard to beat.
Just to quantify it, according to Fangraphs, his wins above replacement this year is about 4.5. And the way the teams look at this is that for each win above replacement, it's worth about $8 to $9 million, which means from the Indians' perspective, you know, already this year, we're only about 3/4 of the way through the season, he's brought to the table something in the range of $35 million in value.
Straw sends a ball out to center. Marsh has a line on it, and there's one away. Let's take a look at our Geico game track tonight. 2-run homer by Ahmed Rosario, part of a 3-hit game for the Indians shortstop tonight. And an RBI ground ball off the bat of Miles Straw back in the 4th spells the 3 runs. And on the other side of the scorecard, Cal Quantrill has really been the biggest star of the night. 7 innings of 2-hit baseball and 9 strikeouts to boot. First pitch to Rosario here is out to right field. Adele coming on for it. There are 2 quick outs for Cishek in the 7th. Well, here he is, the aforementioned switch hitting 3-time All-Star Jose Ramirez.
Total package, very underrated. And a guy that understands contact, putting the ball in play, and with power and in the clutch. Switch hitter, good defender, predictable. He checks every box. And as Buster mentioned, with the 2-team options, just a great asset for the Indians.
And he's been doing it over the long haul since 2017. Leads all the Major League Baseball in extra base hits. Walsh hoping for a play on that one, drifting and making the catch to retire the side. A 1-2-3-7 from Steve Cishek with a little help from his corners. To the 8th, still 3-0 Cleveland.
It was the night before breakfast when Alex received a text. Cow or eggs and bacon? It's time to ghost that ex. Toasted breakfast burritos are here. Shut it down and sleep well. The sooner you sleep, the sooner you'll get one. Only at Taco Bell. Bung.
Make this the summer of sand on the floorboard and mud on the tires. Where one wave introduced you to 1,000 friends you didn't know you had. And one spirit of adventure took you places you hadn't dreamed existed. Make this the summer you discovered there's only one. Make this the summer of Jeep.
Get $2,250 combined cash allowance plus $500 bonus cash on select 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee models. Plus, get 3 years no-cost maintenance with the Jeep Wave program.
I don't hydrate like everyone else because I'm not everyone else. They drink what they're told to drink. I drink what helps me rehydrate and recover. Pedialyte Sport, because it works. And so do I. Hydration beyond the hype.
Worst of all, you never call, baby.
Daydreaming again? But I love you still. You know I'm driving, right?
I do.
If you ride, you get it. Geico Motorcycle. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Welcome back to Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN. Telecast presented by Taco Bell. 3-0 lead for the Indians, who are a couple of innings away from a 3-game sweep in this weekend series with the Angels. And as we take a look at tonight's pitching summary brought to you by AARP, the star has been Cal Quantrill, who joins us on the telecast. Retired the final 13 Angels he faced, 9 punch-outs. Way to throw it tonight, Cal.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
So we were just visiting about this between innings. The fact that there's no clock out here kind of changed things for you. Talk about that.
Yeah, isn't that funny? That wasn't even a part of our game 3-4 years ago, and now it's vital. I kept looking up there trying to figure out how long I had, but we figured it out by the end.
So when you pitch in a one-off like this, right? Obviously, you've never pitched here before. Everything's different mound. Is there any trepidation? Like, do you think that it's going to be any different, or is 60 feet 6 inches the same everywhere?
I mean, I think 60 feet 6 inches is the same everywhere. Is the only approach you can really have. I mean, we flew in this morning. It's not something that we haven't done before. We do that in AAA. Field's a little bit different, no big deal. We've played at lots of different fields throughout our minor league career. So for me, it was just another game, but it was fun. It's cool. It's cool having the kids out here. There was definitely some, like, a different type of energy today.
Cal, I played with your father, Paul, for a few years with the Yankees, and obviously he played for 14 years. You being around the clubhouse as a young kid, how helpful is that for you now as you're in your career?
Yeah, you've signed an autograph or two for me. You know what? I think the game's changed a lot, but a lot of the things, just as a group of men, have stayed the same. And there were some cool things I learned growing up in a clubhouse, and how a good clubhouse works, and what kind of culture you want to create, and what kind of influence you can have on the people around you. And I think all that was fun, and watching all you guys do that when I was growing up was a blast, and now getting to participate in it myself is pretty cool.
Cal, can you talk about what you prefer, starting versus relieving?
Oh, starting for sure, for sure. At least there's a plan, and there's some kind of rhythm to it, and you can prepare your body. I think the pen and what these guys do out of the pen is pretty special. Being asked to go 80 games in a season with 3 games in a row, 4 days off, 4 games in a row kind of thing is very tough.
Obviously, on a night like tonight, Cal, when you have such good results, it's more than just one thing that's working for you. But what kind of role did the new four-seamer play in your success tonight?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely changed my game. I think I got traded over to the Indians, and I was jealous. They all had great four-seamers, so I just picked people's brains until I learned one. But I think it just adds another dimension in my game. I'm not just playing east-west. I'll go up in the zone. I'll go into lefties. It really just opens up the entire plate for me.
Have you ever considered this, like when your pitching coach Carl Willis comes out and tells you something, just shooting back with what you talk about, Carl? What you talk about, Willis?
No, what you talking about, Willis? Yeah, Carl's got, I don't want to jinx it, but Carl's done really well this year. He's got to be like 10-1 in mound visits. He gets the out after, so anytime he comes out there, I kind of get excited.
I've heard that you guys quantify that what you are after Carl goes out there for a mound visit. Is that a staff-wide thing, or is that just with you?
No, I think that's staff-wide. I'd love to run the metrics this year. You check and see who, after a mound visit, does the best in the league. I got Carl right up at the top.
Oh, we're going to put a person on that. Believe me, that's a fantastic new metric there. Talk to us about Karinchak out there now, because he can rush it up there.
Yeah, wild thing. He's fun. It's an explosive fastball and a special curveball. It's just about exactly what you'd create if you wanted an 8th or a 9th inning guy. It's I've said this all year long, but our pen's a blessing, and it's you feel pretty confident handing the ball off to them when you come out of the game. So, but yeah, Karinchak, everything from 99, the whole deal. He really exemplifies a reliever.
Hey, Cal, I'm going to bring you back to your Stanford days. We were talking earlier, you're the first freshman since Mike Mussina in 1988. In 2014, you started opening day at Stanford. By the way, Mussina is only a few miles down the road in Montoursville, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
My question to you is, your time at Stanford, we talked about your time as a young man in the clubhouse. How did that time development there help you with what you're doing today?
Yeah, I had a little bit of a weird journey through college. Got hurt after my freshman year. That being said, I don't regret a thing. I loved it there. I think that the school route is good for a lot of guys. I matured both as a person and as a player. I was a little undersized coming out of high school. I felt like I grew up a lot. So, yeah, I loved it there. I loved being out on the West Coast. It was fun. It's exciting being back a little closer to home now. But yeah, maybe we should have got Mike out here. He actually he gave me about 2 hours on the phone last year talking about a curveball, and one of the best curveballs in baseball. He still couldn't teach me a good one, but I dropped a couple in there today.
Very nice, man. Way to go tonight, Cal. 7 innings, shutout baseball. That's 21 outs by my Canadian math. And we look forward to watching you work the rest of the year. Great job tonight.
All right, I appreciate it, guys.
Cal Quantrill joining us after a dominating performance tonight, 94 pitches. You go back to July 4th, an ERA just over 2. Oh, Joe Adell just unloaded on that ball. High, deep, and foul. Wow. That would have changed the feel of the evening.
Boy, that looks...
Look at the kids.
I mean, it's not only the vertical jump, but it's the power. I mean, that ball exploded off his bat.
2-1 from Karinchak. 2-2 now.
That kid right there, his name is Jalen Bowman. I met him before the game. He's such a great kid. Asked him about Ohtani. That group of players was so excited about their experience here. You could see in his face right there.
He's a shortstop, we understand, on the Oaks, Pennsylvania squad.
Just down.
Oh, it's a good take, and it's a 2-2 count now. Check that, 3-2, 3-2, a full count to Joe Adell.
And Dan Bellino said this ball's down.
Ooh,
boy,
maybe it wasn't a good take. Yeah.
And Matt, if you're the Angels, you still have a ball game here. You have Ohtani in the hole, and if you're the Angels, you want to give him a chance that with the one swing of the bat, you can tie this game. So the Angels are all over this game right now.
Marshaw first with nobody out. First Angel base runner since the 3rd inning tonight. And Adele sticks around. He's got a piece to foul it away.
It's interesting. We get a chase there, Matt, and we've been talking about the 3-2 anxiety pitch. And teams that win championships, that do really well, they win the battle in the 3-2 pitches. 60% chase rate. The most chases come on 3-2 pitch. I call that 3-2 anxiety. As a hitter, keep it tight.
And Adele's got a base hit to left field. Just like that, the Angels have the tying run on walking into the plate, rather, with nobody out here in the 8th.
At Loan Depot, we know home means everything. We're at the ballpark, across the nation, and just down the street. Loan Depot, home purchase, home refinance, and the official mortgage provider of Major League Baseball.
And here comes Carl Willis making his first appearance on the field tonight. So, you know, go figure. Quantrill dominant, but he reached the end of his line tonight after 7 shutout innings. And as soon as the Angels get to face somebody else, they're drawing live here in the 8th inning.
Yeah, man, as you mentioned, only 94 pitches, and he was untouchable. But Indians decided to go to the pen. And for Adele in that at-bat, Matt, you had ups, downs, up. I mean, you had an almost home run, almost a 2-run homer, almost a strikeout, which Bellino called it a little bit low, and then the rocket between 3rd and short. And this is the ability that you get really excited about if you're the Angels. Nice leg kick, fastball up, barrel on top, and everything he does, there's an explosion, there's an excitement around that.
Here's Jack Mayfield. And a breaking ball's in for a strike. Mayfield has flied out twice tonight. Ohtani on deck, Fletcher to follow. So Karinchak now on the verge of dealing to the most dangerous part of the Angels lineup with the tying run at the plate.
And if you're Mayfield, the one thing you can't do is hit into a double play. You can do anything you want, but you have to make sure that you pass the baton, and Ohtani has an opportunity with one swing to tie this game.
Back-to-back breaking balls have Karinchak in front 0-2.
The yellow bat. Natural.
I believe that's referred to as foul pole yellow. And it looks like an enormous Crayola crayon.
Look at
it
that.
Is. It says right there, foul pole yellow.
Nice.
Dig it. I mean, players are taking full advantage of the easier equipment rules at the Little League Classic.
Why not?
The 1-2 to Mayfield, looking for the breaking ball that time. A drive out to center for rather left field. Under it is Mercado to make the catch. Marsh tags up and gets to third. Runners at the corners with one away. And I think Jack Mayfield just missed tying this game.
And good base running for the Angels. Advancing to third, and nice job, Adele, staying at first base, ensuring keep that hole open, but make sure that they pitch to Ohtani here.
Ohtani walked in the first, rather singled in the first, walked in the third, and then struck out most recently back in the sixth. All of his plate appearances, of course, coming against Quantrill. Another first pitch breaking ball in for a strike. That's the Torrance Little League team. Torrance, California. not far from Anaheim, of course. Major League Baseball's home run leader representing the tying run. Fastball stays high that time.
Ohtani 5th in the American League in RBIs. Opportunity for two or three more right here.
Tough take, and it's 2 balls and a strike.
Matty, 8th inning. I'm surprised how shallow the outfield is playing. For me, the right fielder is way too shallow. You want to keep Ohtani to maximum a single, keep the doubles away. But one in the gap here can open up the floodgates.
3 balls and a strike. You know, you can talk all about the power, the contributions at the plate, the runs he drives in, but according to Joe Maddon, and this is Maddon's term, it's having a well-organized strike zone that's been the biggest difference for Ohtani this year, in addition to being healthy, of course. Ohtani's in front here, 3 balls and a strike. Come on back, it's a full count.
Alex, you think he's spitting on that breaking ball, or you think he's just not picking it up? Because it looks like he's ignored it a few times here.
Well, you know, when a righty throws a breaking ball to a lefty, it looks a little bit like a pitch out. So you maybe give up on it a little bit early. Be interesting if Joe Maddon starts the runner here. I would, with a 3-2 count. And he won't give in to Ohtani right here.
3-2.
Another curveball there.
Does he triple up on it? 3 straight curveballs? What do you think?
I think that's what he's going to do. 3-2 is the pitch that you get the most chases, 60% rate at the big league level. This should not be a strike.
The next 3-2. And he lays off a fastball, takes ball 4. That loads the bases with 1 away.
And you like what the Angels are doing here. Discipline at the plate. And that was his last hitter there.
That's going to be off for James Karinchak as DeMarlo Hale's out to make a change. The Angels have loaded the bases with only 1 gone. The Indians go back to the bullpen, and we'll be right back.
We made USAA insurance for renters who make the most of their space and money. That's why we make it easy to cover the stuff you love for as little as 33 cents a day. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for.
What's he gonna chase? The slider? Nah. The changeup? Oh, I've got it. Curveball. Never halfway.
Hankook Tire.
Us just how far we don't sit down and wish up on a star. Come feel our power raising up the bar. Can't hold me back. Can't hold me back. Can't hold me back.
I'm gonna get this. Oh. A light beer with this much flavor should be kept in a secure location, like your hand.
I was already keeping mine in my hand, just nice and secure, so I don't want it all.
Blue Moon Light Sky. Savor every sip.
Hey, how you doing, baby? You look mighty fine. I figured I might come your way and roll up on you with that golden ticket.
Smell irresistible. The new Axe Effect.
I don't hydrate like everyone else because I'm not everyone else. They drink what they're told to drink. I drink what helps me rehydrate and recover. Pedialyte Sport because it works. And so do I. Hydration beyond the hype.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes. Never not working. Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield, never not working.
Here's a look at the upcoming schedule of Major League Baseball games on ESPN. Tuesday and Wednesday, Dodgers-Padres at 10 p.m. Eastern. Sunday, Alex Buster and I will be in Oakland for the Yankees and the A's. Oakland losing a couple of games to the Giants over the weekend, falling into a two-way tie for the final wild card spot behind the Yankees in a very crowded AL postseason picture. Great Major League Baseball action on ESPN all week. Here in Williamsport, the Angels have loaded the bases. David Fletcher is the first to face new Indian pitcher Brian Shaw. Fletcher has been outstanding in spots like this all year long. Career with the bases loaded, 371. This year with runners in scoring position, 327. He's got Marsh, Adele, and Ohtani aboard with one away. On the ground to third. Ramirez to Jimenez. The relay back to first. The double play. With just a couple of pitches, Brian Shaw shuts one of the few open doors the Angels have looked into all night long. Middle of the eighth. Still 3-0 Cleveland.
You're watching golf videos now.
Oh, in fact, I am. Yeah, because I switched to Spectrum Mobile, so I get 5G nationwide, including here.
You think a golf video is going to help with what you're doing?
Oh, no, it's not just a video. I saved a bunch of money when I switched, so I hired a swing coach. Say hi to Brett.
Hey. Well, you tell Brett you just shot a 12 on the last hole.
Who's counting?
Everybody. That's the whole point of golf. Counting.
Brett did tell me that.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and save, and get 5G nationwide included in every plan. It's a better way to mobile. It's Spectrum Mobile.
Los Angeles is a movie. It's a musical.
Es un musical.
It's a comedy.
It's a romance.
It's a sci-fi movie.
It's an action movie.
It's a comeback story.
It's a comeback story.
It's a comeback story.
It's a comeback story.
It's a comeback story. Un regreso.
It's a comeback story.
Hold up. It's your comeback story.
Did you know that your fabrics trap more than just odors? They also trap bacteria. Better get new Febreze Fabric Antimicrobial. Its water-based formula penetrates fabrics to kill 99.9% of bacteria, and it eliminates odors. Spray it on your furniture, your rugs, your clothes. Wherever bacteria and odors hide. You can even sanitize your car seats. For a deeper clean and a freshness you'll love, try new Febreze Fabric Antimicrobial.
A light beer with this much flavor should be kept in a secure location, like your hand.
I was already keeping mine in my hand, just nice and secure, so I don't want to know.
Blue Moon Light Sky. Savor every sip.
The new Total Support pouch from Hanes can help you achieve balance. Vista mesh panels for perfect separation and support. Secure, separated, supported. Find your balance. Vista new Total Support pouch from Hanes.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
Franmil Reyes, Oscar Mercado, and Bradley Zimmer in the bottom of the eighth inning. Cleveland still on top 3-0. Steve Cishek continues. The Angels' best opportunity to break through all night was with the bases loaded and one away. But Brian Shaw was able to turn over the ground ball to get the Indians out of any trouble. Double play, and it's still a 3-0 lead here in the last of the eighth.
Yeah, Fletcher, the right man, right spot. A contact guy just contacted the wrong place. Quantrill somewhere in that clubhouse celebrating with the high fist.
You know, I mean, it's really true, because for Cal Quantrill, who was really good tonight, he's had a handful of games get away from him once they got to the bullpen. In fact, relievers have squandered the lead in 5 games this season in which Cal was in line for a win. He had to be thinking, I've seen this movie before.
Absolutely.
A ball and 2 strikes to count to Franmil Reyes.
You know, Matt, when pitchers get into their careers and they win 15 or 20 games, it's outings like Shaw, 2 pitches, double play, and things start going your way. I remember Mike Mussina, in his last year of his career, won 20 games with all the great things, 270 wins. This Hall of Fame resume, it took to his last year, and he'll be the first one to tell you, it wasn't my best stuff. But sometimes in baseball, like life, you need luck.
Yeah, no doubt. Full count now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Indians won the first game of the series 9-1. They beat the Angels yesterday 5-1. On top 3-0 here tonight. Reyes with a broken bat pop. Wow. Shattered that into a number of pieces. Hey, reminder to listen to MLB's podcasts to hear the latest analysis from insiders across the league and exclusive in-depth interviews with baseball's biggest stars. Subscribe now at MLB.com/podcasts.
You're talking about an explosion of wood. That's what you call in mi cocina. Matty, it's getting late and I'm getting hungry. I'm just hoping we get some snow cones at the end of this game.
You've been watching all the kiddie treats floating around the ballpark tonight? Yeah.
I'm thinking about my time as a 12-year-old, the peak of my life.
I mean, 2,500 kids in the ballpark. It is a busy time for the concessionaires. Here's Oscar Mercado now.
Alex, question for you. You mentioned the exploding bat. What was the dugout etiquette if one of your teammates had their bat absolutely erupted in that way in terms of the response?
I mean, you would have guys giggling, laughing, covering their faces. And it was great. Like when you play with a guy like Apollo Neo or someone who gets really mad, then you really get excited and the teammates just give you a hard time. By the way, when that happens and your bat explodes like that, people say, wow, that must have hurt. You don't even feel it because the explosion is just, there's no feeling.
Another chance for Walsh, and there are 2 gone here in the 8th. 5 in a row retired by Cishek, and he did this to Franmil Reyes' bat.
I mean, that's cocina. My goodness, with a capital C. And that actually, you don't feel that, man. You don't feel that at all in your hands, which is crazy. Sometimes you hit one off the end of the bat, and your hands go numb.
Two gone for Bradley Zimmer. On the first pitch, a bouncer for Walsh, who's involved in all 3 outs in a 1-2-3/8. Another scoreless inning by an Angels reliever. ESPN's telecast of Sunday Night Baseball is presented by Taco Bell.
What's he gonna chase? The slider? Nah. The changeup? Oh, I've got it. Curveball. Never halfway.
Hankook Tire.
We did it again. Verizon has been named America's most reliable network by RootMetrics. And our customers rated us #1 for network quality in America, according to J.D. Power. #1 in reliability 16 times in a row. Most awarded for network quality 27 times in a row. Proving once again that nobody builds networks like Verizon. That's why we're building 5G right. That's why there's only one best network.
Hey! Your cousin from Boston. It means okay to beer fest. Another Sam Oktoberfest?
No.
Make it 10. I like this guy.
Is this one of your State Farm commercials?
Yeah, sure is. Chris smiles and says, wow, I love State Farm's surprisingly great rates. Then suddenly his body turns into a basketball. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I don't hydrate like everyone else because I'm not everyone else. They drink what they're told to drink. I drink what helps me rehydrate and recover. Pedialyte Sport because it works. And so do I. Hydration beyond the hype.
For this.
There's Mommy.
No.
Let me see. You're not going to go back in, buddy. It's okay.
You beat teams like this all season long. You can do this. Go, go, go.
Make me believe more than words could tell you how I'm
The The MLB Ballpark app will complete your next visit to the ballpark. Buy and manage game tickets. I hope your seats aren't up there. Redeem offers, access exclusive content, and more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Excellent. Everybody's welcome at the Little League Classic tonight. 3-0 lead for the Indians. They'll try to lock down a win top of the 9th inning and a sweep with Emmanuel Clase taking over on the mound. The big piece that came from the Rangers in the Corey Kluber deal back in 2019. Clase's been very good, working on a 14-inning scoreless streak that'll carry into this appearance tonight. An ERA that you see at 1.58, third best among American League relievers. 17 saves, gives him the 7th highest total in the circuit. And he'll try to fade Justin Upton, Jared Walsh, and Max Stassi to get the Indians out of here with a win and a 3-game weekend sweep. Justin Upton is 0 for 2 with a walk tonight.
So for years, guys, it seemed like Aroldis Chapman always had the reputation of having the best pure stuff of any closer in baseball. I think now might be this guy.
Yeah, 100 miles an hour and cutting, coming in hot. Only 23 years old, from Dominican Republic.
In on the hands for a strike. 1-1 the count to Justin Upton.
And when you throw this hard, Buster, as a hitter, you start swinging before he throws. Then he sneaks in that breaking ball. Opponent's only 5 for 55 against him this year.
Ball and 2 strikes. The Angels went 4 innings between base runners in this game, and again, you tip your cap to Cal Quantrill for that. Ended his night by retiring 13 in a row. Some of the little leaguers filing out tonight. Oh, how did that not hit him? Wow. That's 101 miles an hour, and you heard Justin from where we sit right behind the plate say, "Whoo!" I mean, that comes in hot. Listen to it. Oh.
I mean, 101 at your knuckles. I mean, that's one that you're waking up in the middle of the night saying, "What if?" I mean, nightmares.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Full count now. Angels had the bases loaded with 1 away in the 8th, and Brian Shaw came out of the bullpen and got one of his patented ground balls to end the inning. That inning started, by the way, with a leadoff walk.
And you don't want to walk right here.
And Upton slices a souvenir into the stands.
You know, Matty, here's a situation, Class A, young pitcher, only 23 years old, as we mentioned, from Dominican Republic. When you're developing these young players, you'd rather see him give up a solo home run to Upton than walk a hitter. And the reason why a home run, as Lou Pinella used to tell me, it kills rallies. A walk starts rallies.
Here's the next 3-2. And Upton with a bouncer to the left side. Ramirez makes the play and throws him out. Wow.
I mean, Jose Ramirez, we've talked about his bat all day, but the leather here. Great play here. The recovery, I don't know how he didn't break a knee. And then the accurate throw and making it look easy.
Oh, and you know you're good when you turn your back to the play before it's even made, right? He got the throw off. He knew he had him and just kind of finished with little style points. That was awesome.
Oh, man. Little Steph Curry action on the diamond.
Here's Jared Walsh now with 1 gone. Walsh has been held hitless tonight.
Well, that changes the entire complexion of this 9th inning. Big difference, nobody on with 1 out versus starting a rally with a base hit.
Chopper over the mound. Rosario gets to it, throws high, and Walsh is safe at first base. That was going to be close even with an accurate throw. A reminder, tomorrow our ESPN Plus matchup has the Blue Jays hosting the White Sox in the first of 4 at Rogers Center. Our coverage starts at 7 Eastern. To get ESPN Plus, go to ESPNplus.com or download the ESPN app. Good one tomorrow night. Sox and Jays. 1 out, 1 on for Max Stassi. Stassi has grounded out and struck out twice tonight.
Matty for Rosario as a shortstop. Again, all learning opportunities. You want to take this ball. That's the nice play for Ramirez, turning the right way for Rosario.
Oh, 1 to Stassi. 0-2.
Talking a little bit about Rosario here. Instead of throwing this way, he should turn glove side, keep spinning. And you see the hesitation there that cost him. If you catch that ball and you let the momentum take you and then use that strong arm right over the top, you may have a chance, but you're going to be more accurate, you're going to have more to throw, and you're going to be more efficient cutting down the time.
Struck him out. Clase takes care of Stassi on 3 pitches, and the Angels are down to their last out tonight. Listen to MLB's podcast to hear the latest analysis from insiders across the league and executive in-depth interviews with baseball's biggest stars. Subscribe now at MLB.com/podcasts.
Well, my pick to click was Iglesias. He's let me down so far. He made 1 nice defensive play. So he has 1 more shot here. He's 0 for 3. Couple Ks, fly out to center.
Nothing in 1, the count to Jose Iglesias, also been held hitless tonight. You know, since that wild comeback that we talked about that the Angels scored on Thursday in Detroit when they were down by 8. They came back to post 13 runs and tie a franchise record for biggest deficit ever overcome. They've scored 2 runs. Iglesias sends a fly ball out to medium center field for Miles Straw, and the Indians have finished off a 3-game sweep. They win the Little League Classic tonight by a final score of 3-0. Great starting pitching from Cal Quantrill, a homer that started the night by Ahmed Rosario, an insurance run in the 4th, and the Indians are back to 500 with a 3-0 shutout win tonight, Alex.
Well, just a terrific night for baseball. Good pitching, got a home run. And for baseball, a big win. Always exciting to come back to Williamsport.
Cal Quantrill, the victor tonight, with 7 terrific shutout innings, retired the final 13 that he faced, struck out 9 in a 3-0 Indians victory. For Alex Rodriguez and Buster Olney, Matt Vasgersian, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week for the Yankees and A's. Coming up next, Sports Center with Ashley Brewer and Stan Verrett.